Yeah.
चलो let's start.
Shall I start with the vision video or directly to the PPT?
मैं vision video कर लेते हैं. Kumarika, do you have experience in stock trading by any chance?
No, I don't.
Okay, all right. ठीक है, let's start with the vision video then.
Okay. Just let me know if the voice is not coming, okay?
Yeah. We wanted to take a couple of minutes to share the vision behind our
Clear.
starting
It's coming, right?
It's clear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
dozen diamonds or my starting dozen diamonds. I personally believe that for India to transform into a country of where we lead the world in our per capita GDP, we have to become a country of investors. Western countries, for example, US, have transformed itself, have evolved slowly. They have evolved from being a country of blue collar workers into white collar workers, into entrepreneurs, and now we are at a point where 40% of US functions as investors, and basically their market cap is double the size of their GDP. On the other hand, India is currently at 1.4 times its GDP, and only 7% of its citizens participate in of its households participate in the market. This gap creates a deficit of about $2.1 trillion in the Indian stock market. And I think this gap primarily exists because Indians by nature tend to believe, Indian households by nature, at least in the last generation, tend to believe that the stock market is nothing but a gambling joint. While countries like US pride themselves on companies like Google, Microsoft, IBM, Amazon, or OpenAI, we still tend to consider the stock market as a mechanism to generate short-term gains using tips that we get from different channels. We still tend to bet on the direction of the market rather than recognizing that the market is an investment mechanism. When we think about investment, we tend to believe that investment is something that you buy something and you forget about it. We do not mix trading and investment, and we do not consider stock trading as a mechanism for managing risk in the market. Rather, we feel that trading is something that exposes us to risk. So, my underlying belief is that we have not understood the underlying principles that help us understand the risk associated with the market and the right mathematical principle we should be using to benefit from the stock market. We tend to rely much more on ads that are continuously being bombarded at us and that talk about prediction accuracy. The Kosh app is the attempt of dozen diamonds to add some sanity to the market. We believe that the trading activity should be pursued with the goal of following some basic accounting principles and for generating steady income. One of the main reasons for the gap is because the retail trader has very different goals from an institutional trader. While the institutional trader likes to boast about the percentage profit he generates at the end of the year, the retail trader is looking to generate monthly income for himself and use the cash that he generates to supplement his personal income. Kosh app is our attempt to make sure that the retail trader makes full use of the benefits of stock trading and remains stressless while he's at it. Thank you. Go ahead, Abhinav.
Yeah. Just a second.
Okay, so before we jump into the strategy that we call the stressless trading method, I just want to explain the thought process in how we have gone about building this strategy. And then we can discuss all the mathematical details associated with it, right?
So, in simple terms, the simplest explanation about what a stock market is for most people is it is an opportunity to buy a stock. Let's say you find a stock that is available in the market at 50 rupees. You're looking to buy it at 50, and hopefully at some point within 6 months or 1 year or 2 years, you're hoping to sell it at a price between 100 and 200. If you can achieve that goal, you think it is a successful investment that you have made. You bought a stock at 50, you sold it around 100, 200, and that was successful. You've doubled your money or tripled your money, and that is what you aim to achieve when you buy a stock at a price, say, of 50 rupees. However, what actually transpires is often very different. Oftentimes, you buy a stock at 50, and there will be a period when the stock will be trading at a lower price than the price you bought it at. Even though you might just see a small blip, you might see it go from 50 to 51, 52, and you will say, well, I'm going to wait until it hits 100, but before it hits 100, it will be touching 45, it will be touching 40, and it will be testing. At that point, when the stock is trading from 50 to 40, right? I mean, the price has dropped from 50 to 40. I mean, what is bothering you at that point is not that the price of the stock has dropped from 50 to 40. What is bothering you is the fact that the value of your portfolio has dropped by 20%. Do you understand the difference? You are not actually mentally connected to the price of the stock. You are connected to the impact that price is having on your portfolio. Agree or disagree? Any thoughts on that? Abhinav?
Yeah, completely agree.
Right. It is not the stock price that is bothering you, it is the impact it is having on your portfolio that is bothering you. Right.
Right.
And for example, if you had not bought that stock at 50 and it was trading at 40, then at that point nothing would bother you. You would actually look at it as an opportunity. You would say कि 50 का stock था, अब मुझे 40 का मिल रहा है. Sounds like a great opportunity. Now I'll buy it at 40. Right. So the
Correct.
same drop that might appear like a risky situation to one person starts looking like an opportunity to another person, right?
Only
So the
because
problem,
of the money he has, right?
exactly, the
That
money
is.
जो invest कर दिया,
Hmm.
that is what is bothering him कि मैंने तो 50 पे खरीदा, अब ये 40 पे आ गया.
Correct. Correct.
अगर नहीं खरीदा था 50 पे तो 40 would have looked like a great opportunity,
Correct.
right?
Correct, sir.
So I mean, the question to ask is, why is there, like, okay, so we have established that what is bothering you is the loss in your portfolio, right? If you had a mechanism that even when the stock was down to 40, you could recover the loss your portfolio is suffering. कि तुम्हारा पोर्टफोलियो, मान लो तुमने 50,000 लगाए स्टॉक में, स्टॉक आ गया 40 पे, तो तुम्हारा पोर्टफोलियो भी आ गया 40,000 पे, तो you're losing 10,000 rupees, right? If there was a mechanism that you could recover that 10,000 rupees while the stock is at 40,
Hmm.
then you would not care too much about whether the price is at 40 or not, right? It
Hmm.
is really that 10,000 loss that is bothering you, right? So that is what the system trading method is about, trying to figure out how do you recover that loss without, even if the stock price does not rise back. Is there a way to do that, right? If you ask any broker, if you call any broker and say कि यार ये मेरा stock 50 का 40 पे हो गया, मैं क्या करूं, right?
Hmm.
Most likely the broker would tell you, sell this stock, go buy something else. He will not be able to suggest to you how to recover your 10,000 rupee loss from that stock itself. He will not be able to suggest that to you. That is the difference the stressless trading method will make. After you understand, you will see that these questions are answerable. Okay. So now now let's review back, right? Suppose You had 50,000 rupees, you invested your 50,000 rupees in buying the stock. Now it's trading at 40. The difference between you and a person who has not bought the stock is the person that did not buy the stock has cash to buy the stock. You exhausted your cash, right? So in a way, you have used your option to buy the stock, and he still has that option available to him. उसके पास अभी भी मौका है खरीदने का, तुम्हारा मौका चला गया, राइट?
Correct, sir.
तो मार्केट तुमको दो ही चीजों का मौका देती है, या तो खरीदने का या बेचने का, राइट?
Hmm.
जब ये मौका तुम्हारे हाथ से चला जाता है, ये तुम्हारे हाथ से या तो खरीदने का या बेचने का मौका चला गया, तब
Hmm.
तुमको मार्केट का स्ट्रेस फील होता है, क्योंकि अब यू आर लाइक अ कॉर्नर्ड एनिमल, राइट?
Correct.
अभी क्या होता है कि भैया मैंने 40-50 का खरीदा था, 40 पे आ गया, मेरे पास पैसे भी नहीं है बाकी, राइट? और ऊपर से योर फ्रेंड्स एंड फैमिली विल टेल यू क्या गलती करता रहता है यार, मार्केट में हर वक्त गड़बड़ करता रहता है, राइट? किसने बोला था खरीदने के लिए 50 पे, राइट? But the only action available to you is to sell. You have lost your option to buy. All you can do now is sell, right? So now you are like a cornered person. कुछ ऑप्शन नहीं बचे हैं, and just to get back your control over your life, you will sell. You will sell कि चलो यार रात को तो आराम से सोएंगे ना, बेच दो इसको, खत्म करो इस कहानी को, right?
Hmm.
You will sell it at 40, the next day it will be sitting at 55.
Yes.
That is when you feel the real loss, right? That is what the stress in the market does to you. It makes you make the wrong decisions, right? And that is what Doesn't Damage wants to prevent. How to prevent making those decisions, right? So अभी क्वेश्चन ये आता है कि ठीक है, अब अपने को समझ में आ गया कि गड़बड़ कहाँ हो रही है। गड़बड़ ये हो रही है कि जब प्राइस गिरता है तो मेरे पास पैसा नहीं बचता खरीदने के लिए, राइट? That is where I'm falling behind. So all I need to do is make sure that no matter how low the price goes, I can continuously have cash to buy the stock. If I can ensure that कि भैया प्राइस कितना भी गिरे मैं खरीदता जाऊंगा, absolutely nobody can beat you in the market, right? The only difference between you and Warren Buffett or Rakesh Jhunjhunwala is that they have immense amount of money and they have good discipline in managing their money. Otherwise, there is absolutely no difference. They have no understanding of markets beyond that. Their main understanding is कि पैसा बचा के रखो, जब गिरेगा दाम तो खरीदने के लिए रेडी रहो,
Correct.
राइट? और दाम गिरना मतलब कहीं भी जा सकता है, दाम जीरो तक भी जा सकता है, राइट?
Hmm.
एंड दे हैव द पोटेंशियल टू कीप बाइंग ऑल द वे डाउन. जितना भी जाएगा मैं खरीदता जाऊंगा, राइट?
Hmm. Hmm.
So essentially, the risk that the market creates in your mind is created because your opportunity to buy is taken away. And that same risk manifests when the price rises also. Suppose तुमने 50 का खरीदा स्टॉक 60 पे गया, तुमने बेच दिया. नेक्स्ट डे अगर तुमको स्टॉक 70 का दिखा तो यू विल बी बैंगिंग योर हेड अगेंस्ट द वॉल कि मैंने ये क्यों कर दिया, मैंने क्यों बेच दिया, राइट? So the stress is not just related to losing money, it is related to losing opportunities. And the opportunity can be lost because you did not have the option to buy or because you did not have the option to sell, right? Both of
Correct.
these create the sense of stress associated with the markets, right? And so essentially all this talk about risk management boils down to cash management. If you can manage your cash properly, you can manage your risk properly, right? So the first thing you will begin to observe in the stressless trading method is that it is a cash management system. It's a cash management discipline. It's how do you put discipline on your cash management. So abhi what is cash? What does cash management mean? तुमने अपना कुछ पैसा लिया, स्टॉक खरीद लिया. After that, if you are smart, you have not used all your money to buy the stock. The reason somebody uses all their money to buy the stock is they believe कि मैं जितना स्टॉक खरीदूंगा उतना ज्यादा प्रॉफिट होगा, राइट? अगर मेरे पास 50,000 है और अगर मैं सिर्फ 25,000 का स्टॉक खरीदूंगा तो मेरे हाथ में सिर्फ 500 स्टॉक आएंगे 50 के प्राइस पे, राइट? तो जब
Yes.
वो स्टॉक इंक्रीज होगा तो मेरा प्रॉफिट 500 के स्टॉक के बराबर, 500 स्टॉक्स के बराबर, एक रुपए से बढ़ेगा, मेरे को 500 बनेंगे। अगर मैंने 1,000 स्टॉक खरीदे होते तो एक रुपए से बढ़ता मेरे 1,000 बनते, राइट?
Mm.
सो देर इज दिस मेंटल कॉन्सेप्ट वी हैव कि जितना स्टॉक मैं खरीदूंगा उतना ज्यादा मेरा पैसा बनेगा, विच इज एक्चुअली नॉट ट्रू, राइट? So if you are smart, the message that you will see in this, in our approach, is that you will always need to have some cash left after you purchase your stock, right? So that is the first thing. So now the question is, what do I need to know to how to manage this cash left, right? To manage cash left, right? It is almost like going to the market. You are going to sabji kharidne ja rahe ho. To make sure that you have enough cash in your pocket, you need to know how much cash do you need to buy what you need to buy. एक घिया खरीदना है, 1 किलो गोभी खरीदनी है, एक किलो टमाटर खरीदने हैं, चावल खरीदने हैं, आटा खरीदना है। यू मेक अ बजट कि भैया मेरा बजट बन रहा है, मेरा बजट आएगा अराउंड 2,000 रुपए का, मेरी जेब में 2,500 रुपए है कि नहीं है, तो आई एम सेफ, राइट? सो द नेक्स्ट थिंग यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट इज कैश नीडेड, कितना कैश मेरे को चाहिए फ्यूचर में खरीदने के लिए। अगर मैं कैश नीडेड कैलकुलेट कर सकता हूं और मेरा जो कैश लिफ्ट है वो इस कैश नीडेड से ज्यादा है, तो देन आई एम सेफ। I made a plan and my plan is foolproof, right? Of course, to calculate the cash needed, you need a few more concepts. You need to figure out कि मेरे को फ्यूचर में कितने स्टॉक्स खरीदने हैं और मेरे को एवरेज उन स्टॉक्स के लिए कितना पैसा खर्च करना है, राइट? अगर मेरे को मालूम है कि भैया मेरा मेरा मैं आज आम खरीदने जाऊंगा, मार्केट में 5-6 तरह के आम हैं, सबका अलग अलग दाम है, लेकिन मैं 100 रुपए किलो से ऊपर नहीं खरीदूंगा, ये मेरा एवरेज प्राइस होगा। अगर मेरे को 120 का आम दिखता है तो मैं 80 वाला भी खरीदूंगा ताकि बैलेंस आउट हो जाए। मैं जब वापस आऊंगा एवरेज मैं खर्च करूंगा 100 रुपए, 100 रुपए पर किलो के ऊपर नहीं खर्च करूंगा। तो तुम्हारे पास अब दो नंबर्स हो गए, एक हो गया कितने स्टॉक्स मेरे को खरीदने हैं और एवरेज कितना पैसा खर्च करना है हर स्टॉक पे खरीदने के लिए। The first number we are calling the future average purchase price. It is not average. We are not talking about averaging. Like a lot of traders have this concept in their mind called averaging. We are not talking about averaging. We are talking about the future average price that you will pay for the stock.
It
And
is also depend on budget of the customer, I think, because if somebody want to invest 1 lakh rupees within a one particular stock, he had not decided any kind of stock right now. He had only budget of a 1 lakh rupees और उसको शायद पसंद आता है महिंद्रा MRF का स्टॉक दैट इज
right,
कॉस्ट
तो कर ही
अराउंड
नहीं
1.5
सकता, खरीद ही नहीं सकता।
कर ही नहीं
एक
सकता।
स्टॉक ही 1 लाख से ऊपर है,
करेक्ट।
right?
सो दैट
So
इज
he has
आल्सो
to
द
pick his
सिनेरियो।
stocks also carefully, right? He has to pick the stocks. वही मैं इसलिए मैं मतलब अगर तुमको आम खरीदना, तुमको मालूम है 3 किलो आम मेरे खर्च कंज्यूम हो जाएंगे हफ्ते में, राइट?
करेक्ट।
तो तुम 1,000 रुपए वाले आम नहीं खरीद सकते, 1 किलो, 1,000 रुपए 1 किलो वाला जो बिक रहा है वो नहीं खरीद, बिकॉज तुम्हारा बजट है 100 रुपए
यस।
वाले आम का, राइट?
So that kind of algorithm we also need to require within our application कि भाई अगर उसका बजट हम लोग पहले से डिसाइड कर लेंगे, so कि उसको we will ask the budget of the customer कि भाई ये
एग्जैक्टली,
हमारा बजट है, so within
राइट,
that budget we will fulfill what kind of stock you can able to do the launch.
एग्जैक्टली, 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 राइट?
So that is also the one feature
दैट
we
इज
can.
आल्सो राइट, राइट, डेफिनेटली। आई मीन गुड पॉइंट अभिनव, ये नोट कर ले, ये पॉइंट वील डिस्कस ऑन मंडे, ठीक है?
Okay.
हम्म, अच्छा, तो ये अपना स्टोरी बन गया, दिस इज द स्टोरी बिहाइंड कैश मैनेजमेंट, राइट? अभी हमारा ये बिलीफ है कि हम कैश मैनेजमेंट इसलिए करेंगे, हमको स्ट्रेस कम करना है, राइट?
Yes.
तो अभी क्वेश्चन आता है कि स्ट्रेस आता कहाँ से है? हमने एक तो बोला कि स्ट्रेस आता है क्योंकि मार्केट गिरेगा और तुम्हारे पास कैश नहीं रहेगा तो स्ट्रेस आएगा, राइट? ऑफन टाइम्स द एग्जांपल आई गिव इज दैट तुमने 50 पे स्टॉक खरीदा, तुम्हारे ब्रोकर ने बोला 50 पे खरीद लो, उसका दाम गिर के 40 हो गया। यू कॉल द ब्रोकर, यू से कि यार तूने क्या बताया था यार, क्या अभी मैं क्या करूं, अभी तो 40 गिर गया। ब्रोकर विल से बहुत अच्छा है, गिर गया है और खरीद लो, यू विल बाय अ लिटिल मोर, देन इट विल ड्रॉप टू 35। यू विल कॉल योर फ्रेंड्स, यू विल से कि यार ये ब्रोकर पता नहीं क्या बताता रहता है यार, ये मैं तो 50 पे खरीदा था, 40 पे आ गया था, फिर ब्रोकर ने बोला और खरीदने लगा, अभी 35 पे आ गया। योर फ्रेंड्स, ऑफ कोर्स योर फ्रेंड्स आल्सो डोंट वांट टू गेट इनटू द मिडल ऑफ ऑल दिस, दे से तुम भी खरीद लो और खरीदा, अच्छा किया, गिर गया है दाम, अच्छा दाम गिर गया है और खरीद लो, ठीक है, यू बाय मोर। नेक्स्ट द प्राइस फॉल्स टू 30, राइट? यू गो टू योर वाइफ, यू से यार ये सब मेरे को कंफ्यूज कर रहे हैं, प्राइस गिरता जा रहा है, क्या करूं मैं? वाइफ फिर से 2 साड़ियां और आ जाएगी, 30 खरीद ले, 30 से 35 जाएगा, अपना पैसा बन जाएगा। उसे ठीक है, सारा पैसा लगा देता हूँ, राइट? नेक्स्ट डे यू गेट अप, द स्टॉक इज ट्रेडिंग एट 25, राइट? नाउ योर वाइफ विल कम टू यू एंड से स्टॉक गिर गया है, कुछ करो, राइट? सेम एग्जाम्पल आई गेव अर्लियर। नाउ यू विल से कि अब मैं क्या करूं, अब करने को एक ही काम बच गया, इसको बेच देते हैं, आराम से सोते हैं, राइट? So these are the processes, these are the common events that occur in pretty much every trader's life. This is, I'm not just making up this story. This story occurs pretty much in every trader's life when I talk about this story, right? So, so this is one kind of stress, stress associated with price falling. Second kind of stress, दिखा दे जरा stress का box, right? So the second kind of stress is associated with price fluctuations. When prices fluctuate, your mind, you are basically being told to believe that uh, to make money in the market, you have to be able to predict the direction of the market. ऊपर जाएगा कि नीचे जाएगा, you're supposed to continuously figure that out, right? तो तुम कोई भी स्टॉक का प्राइस देखते हो, योर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज ये अगली बार ऊपर होगा कि नीचे होगा, राइट? योर माइंड इज टोटली ट्यून टू प्रिडिक्टिंग थिंग्स, right? Suppose you did not have to predict. Suppose I told you there's an approach that you can make money in the market without trying to predict the direction of the market, right? Stress कम हुआ, of course कम होगा, right? Third thing is कि you are continuously getting stressed about कि न्यूज में क्या चल रहा है, मोदी क्या बोल रहा है, मुशर्रफ क्या बोल रहा है, वो पाकिस्तान में क्या न्यूज चल रहा है, कहाँ अटैक हो गया, उसने ट्रम्प ने क्या बोल दिया, all this is on your mind, right? For example, there's a joke where a guy says, I was leading a very simple life, I had no problems in my life, but then one of my friends opened a demat account for me. Now everything in the world worries me. What is going on in Israel worries me, what is going on in Ukraine worries me, what is going on in US worries me, everything, the whole world has become my problem, right? So that's the other thing we want to avoid. We don't want our trading method to be dependent on what is going on in the news. If I can trade without thinking about what's going on in the news, that would be a perfect stressless trading method, right? There's about 4 or 5 other stress points. For example, there's a stress point called fear of missing out. भैया स्टॉक नहीं खरीदा तो भी प्रॉब्लम है, मैंने स्टॉक देखा 50 का था, नहीं खरीदा, वो 60 पे चला गया, इवन दैट इज स्ट्रेसिंग मी आउट कि मैंने 50 का स्टॉक खरीद लिया होता तो 60 का हो जाता, नहीं खरीदा तो अब मैं अटक गया हूँ, अब मैं कुछ कर नहीं सकता, अभी 60 पे खरीद नहीं सकता बिकॉज अगर 60 से नीचे आ गया तो भी टेंशन, राइट?
Taking no action is also very
No
risky.
action is also stressful, right?
Correct, correct.
If you go
Yeah,
to the, if you say, okay, ठीक है, maybe I need to get some education on this.
correct.
You go to join a course. What will the course teach you? It will teach you some tricks about technical analysis. They will start talking about Bollinger Bands, about moving averages, about MACD, about RSI, about very cryptic definitions. And in my mind, all that is pseudo math. Actually, you don't learn anything. You don't learn anything about the markets. You just get a feeling that you are learning something. You actually don't understand anything about the markets by learning them. Most of them don't work, right? I mean, when I go to classical professors in financial markets, in their world, they believe that all these methods that get taught in the name of teaching somebody technical analysis don't have any success at all, right? So वो भी नहीं करेंगे हम, टेक्निकल एनालिसिस भी नहीं करेंगे, राइट? नाउ द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन विल आस्क इज कि व्हाई आर यू ट्रेडिंग? तुम कर ही रहे हो क्यों ट्रेडिंग, राइट? कोई बोलेगा मेरा गोल यह है कि मेरा साल के एंड में 30% प्रॉफिट होना चाहिए. डू यू थिंक दैट इज sane goal,
No.
right? I mean, the reason it is not a sane goal is most retail traders actually trade because they want to supplement their income. Agree or disagree?
Yes, yes.
Agreed.
कुमारी, खैर कुमारिका का एक्सपीरियंस नहीं. अमित, व्हाट डू यू थिंक?
Agreed, sir.
राइट? ऑल यू वांट टू डू इज कि मेरे को कुछ पैसा हाथ आए ताकि मैं अपनी सैलरी को सप्लीमेंट कर सकूं. ईयर एंड में क्या हो रहा है, हार्डली केयर. मेरे को मंथ बाय मंथ जब पेचेक अगर मेरा मार्केट कवर करने लगे तो मेरे को काम करने की जरूरत नहीं है, उसीलिए मैं मार्केट में हूँ, राइट? ईयर एंड में क्या हो रहा है, हु रियली केयर्स? मेरे को हर महीने कुछ ना कुछ हाथ में चाहिए, राइट?
Correct.
So that is another problem you will see we'll be able to solve using the stressless trading method. For solving that problem, you will see we have come up with a new concept called extra cash, right? एक्स्ट्रा कैश का कॉन्सेप्ट क्या है? एक्स्ट्रा कैश का कॉन्सेप्ट ये है कि हर ऑर्डर जब तुम प्लेस करोगे, एक बाय ऑर्डर हो या सेल ऑर्डर हो, डज नॉट मैटर, हर ऑर्डर के बाद कुछ पैसा तुम अपने अकाउंट से निकाल पाओगे. Irrespective of whether the stock is going up or down, the stressless trading method will make sure that तुम कुछ पैसा अपने अकाउंट से निकाल पाओ, राइट? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, तुम देखोगे अगले शीट में 5 लाख अगर तुमने इन्वेस्ट किए तो तुम हर ट्रेड में 100 रुपए निकाल पाओगे. अब बोलोगे 100 रुपए तो कितना कम है, मैंने 5 लाख लगाया और तुम मेरे को 100 रुपए दे रहे हो. लेकिन मान लो कि तुमने ऐसे ट्रेड्स 50 ट्रेड्स किए महीने में, जहां तुम हर ट्रेड में 100 रुपए निकाल रहे हो. महीने के एंड में तुम 5,000 रुपए निकाल लोगे. तुमने 1% अपने अकाउंट से निकाल लिया, राइट? अगर तुम 1% 100 महीने तक निकालते रहो तो तुम्हारा जो 5 लाख था वो सारा वापस तुम्हारे पास आ गया, और तब भी तुम ट्रेडिंग कर ही रहे हो, राइट? आई एम श्योर कि ये तुम सोचने लगोगे यार प्रतीक, यार ये तो प्रतीक जरूर हमें उल्लू बना रहा है, ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता, राइट? So this is the magic you will get to see in the next sheet, how that can be done, how this can be done, where for every buy order or sell order, irrespective of whether the price is going up or down, you can walk away with some cash, and that cash is what we call extra cash, right? What we are asking you to do is forget about profit. Don't think about profit. Who really cares कि प्राइस ऊपर जा रहा है या नीचे जा रहा है? अगर तुम अपना पैसा रेगुलरली निकाल पा रहे हो without your account, without the stock going to zero, if you can achieve that, then you really don't need to care whether your portfolio looks profitable or not, as long as you can keep withdrawing some cash. Is this sounding too good to be true? Kumarika,
Yeah,
any thought?
kind of.
Sounding too good to be true. तो यही
Yeah.
दिखाएंगे हम अगले वीडियो में, यही दिखाएंगे अगले स्क्रीनशॉट में, यही दिखाएंगे कि ये कैसे किया जा सकता है. ठीक है?
Okay.
दैट इज व्हाट मेक्स द स्ट्रेसलेस. सी, कोई भी स्टार्टअप आज की डेट में मार्केट में आए और अगर वो ऐसा काम नहीं कर रही है दैट साउंड्स टू गुड टू बी ट्रू, देन इट डज नॉट डिजर्व टू बी अ स्टार्टअप, राइट? क्योंकि मार्केट में वही कर रही है जो सबको समझ में आता है, तो वो बिजनेस में रहेगी ही नहीं. इट हैज टू डू समथिंग यूनिक, राइट? फर्स्ट इट हैज टू स्टार्ट बाय मेकिंग इलेक्ट्रिक कार्स, which nobody else is making. When it has to make, when everybody starts making electric cars, it has to make rockets that go to Mars. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, Pratik sir,
So,
here is one question arises.
hmm,
When the extra cash we are generating only on the basis of taking action, means
hmm,
when we are
yeah,
buying something or
buying
when we are
something.
selling
Yeah.
something.
Hmm.
So, and the broker is charging on the basis of that. So, every extra cash generation we require to distribute some amount to the broker.
Yeah.
So, that is also the come in picture. So, how much minimum amount we need to make an algorithm something in such a way so that we will also guide our customer that whether how much money he can able to uh, get it out
समझ
from.
गया तुम्हारा क्वेश्चन, समझ गया परवेज।
Yes,
Right?
correct.
तुम्हारा
So
क्वेश्चन सिंपल सा है कि भैया मेरे को हर ऑर्डर के बाद एक्स्ट्रा कैश मिलेगा, वो एक्स्ट्रा
yeah,
कैश मेरा ब्रोकरेज चार्जेस भी कवर कर पाएगा कि नहीं कर पाएगा?
correct.
ब्रोकर
Yeah,
चार्ज तो हर ट्रेड पे लग रहा है।
correct,
तो मेरे को बस ये चाहिए कि पहली बात, वो मेरे ब्रोकरेज चार्जेस से एटलीस्ट 5 गुना ज्यादा हो।
correct.
5 गुना ज्यादा होगा, 1 गुना मैं दे दूंगा ब्रोकरेज को, फिर भी 4 गुना मेरे पास बच गया।
That is the question. Yes, correct, sir. Then it is okay.
वो भी देखने को मिल जाएगा। यू
Yes.
विल गेट टू सी दैट इन द स्ट्रेटजी एज वेल एज इन द एप। ठीक है।
Okay, sir.
Very good question. I mean, very good points. Excellent points. So what I was trying to point out is that this is the unique value proposition that Dozen Diamonds is making. We provide you with a mechanism so that you can continue withdrawing cash from the account, and you don't have to think about prices going up or down. You don't have to think about profit or loss. Your extra cash will keep accumulating no matter where the price of the stock goes, as long as it does not touch zero, right?
Yes,
As long as the company does not go bankrupt, right? And
correct.
even that situation I'll talk about. एक बार हम strategy explain कर दे तो even that worst case scenario I'll talk about briefly. How
Yes,
to think about that scenario. ठीक है ना?
yes,
So our coach, after you understand the strategy, you may feel that you can implement the strategy on your own, on your computer, or you might feel कि भैया ये तो बहुत ज्यादा काम है, इसमें तो ये कैलकुलेशन वो कैलकुलेशन करना पड़ रहा है, ये मेरे बस की बात नहीं है. If you reach that conclusion, then you can easily use the Kosh mobile app and it will facilitate the entire process for you. You don't have to do anything. As long as you understand the strategy, all you have to understand is that you will stick to the plan. And if you stick to the plan, you will get the results that you are expecting. Because all the Kosh app does is to automate the whole strategy. There is no concept of artificial intelligence or some black box mechanism that is going on that you don't understand. All we want to do as a company is make sure that you understand our strategy and and are fully confident that it will work for you. Once you reach that conclusion, the coach app will implement that strategy for you. You don't have to worry about anything. Okay. In the
yes,
context of coach app, you will come across a couple of concepts. You will across the concept of order size. What is the average size of each order you place? Step size. Think about your trading as happening along a price ladder. Just hold on to these concepts in your mind. There is something called a price ladder. And by the time the stressless trading method gets explained, you will already be able to visualize the price ladder in your mind. And in the context of price ladder, you will understand the concept of step size, which is the interval between any two consecutive prices. Okay? Any questions at this point? I know I hurried a bit, so if you have anything that I talk too fast about, ask me and I'll talk about it again. There is no lack of time right now. अमित, सारे कॉन्सेप्ट्स समझ में आए नहीं आए क्या?
प्रतीक जी, टिल दिस पॉइंट आई एम गुड. मतलब काफी सारी चीजें मेरे साथ भी मैच हुई है. फॉर एग्जांपल, वन ऑफ द पॉइंट स्लाइड यू सेड कि भाई मुझे एवरेज प्राइस नहीं, मुझे फ्यूचर एवरेज प्राइस देखना है. So that sounds very interesting. I am learning over here. Thank you.
अच्छा, कुमारिका, any questions?
No, no, not yet.
अच्छा अच्छा, चलो अभिनव, टेक ओवर.
Yeah. So guys, before I explain you the strategy in the spreadsheet, let's just understand few things regarding this plot. See, as you can see, कि there is a buy order at 50, right? So जैसे कि प्रतीक सर ने आपको बताया कि in this strategy we are going to deploy a portion of our funds for the initial buy और हम बाकी का पैसा रखेंगे for our future trades, right? तो जैसे कि आपको यहाँ पे दिख रहा है, सॉरी, जैसे कि आपको यहाँ पे दिख रहा है कि मैंने अपने कैपिटल का कुछ पोर्शन 50 रुपीज का जो स्टॉक है उसको बाय करने के लिए लगा दिया. नाउ एज यू कैन सी कि मेरा प्राइस जब 50 से 51 गया, मैंने कुछ स्टॉक सेल किए, राइट? सो इन दिस स्ट्रैटेजी जस्ट रिमेंबर दैट वी आर गोइंग टू बाय और सेल फिक्स नंबर्स ऑफ शेयर्स एट अ फिक्स गिवन पॉइंट, एट अ फिक्स प्राइस इंटरवल. मैं फिक्स नंबर्स ऑफ शेयर्स बाय और सेल करने वाला हूँ. In this example, you can see that the difference between the current, let's suppose that this 51 is the current market price, right? And my initial buy was at 50. तो मेरा difference is 1 rupee, right? So what I mean to say is कि हम 1 rupee के difference पे fixed numbers of shares buy और sell करेंगे. अब हम कब buy और sell करेंगे? This might be your question, right? Let me explain you कि हम कब करेंगे. See, the stock went from 50 to 51. तब मैंने sell कर दिया. Just remember one thing, that what matters is what was my previous price point. अगर मेरा स्टॉक का करंट मार्केट प्राइस मेरे प्रीवियस प्राइस पॉइंट से ऊपर है तो आई एम गोइंग टू सेल इट, और अगर मेरा करंट मार्केट प्राइस स्टॉक का प्राइस मेरे बाय से नीचे है तो आई विल बाय इट, राइट? लेट्स गो फर्दर. यू कैन सी दी स्टॉक का प्राइस 51 से 52 चला गया. आई एम अगेन गोइंग टू सेल बिकॉज माई प्रीवियस प्राइस पॉइंट वॉज 51 और मेरे प्रीवियस प्राइस पॉइंट से करंट मार्केट प्राइस ऊपर है, तो आई सोल्ड द नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स विच आई असाइंड, राइट? सिमिलर केस टिल 53. नाउ इफ यू सी कि 53 से ये 52 पे आ गया, करेक्ट? सो एज आई मेंशन्ड अर्लियर, व्हाट मैटर्स इज व्हाट वाज माय प्रीवियस प्राइस पॉइंट. माय प्रीवियस प्राइस पॉइंट वाज 53. अब वो 53 से 52 आ गया है, शेयर का प्राइस कम हो गया. सो दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई आई बॉट इट. आई होप ये क्लियर हुआ सबको.
Yes.
एक बार फिर से रिपीट करेंगे प्लीज.
या पूरा रिपीट करूं या कोई स्पेसिफिक पार्ट रिपीट करूं?
एक बार रिपीट कर दीजिए बिकॉज आई मीन आई लॉस्ट इट एक्चुअली.
ओके ओके ओके.
धीरे
देखो.
जा थोड़ा, अभिनव थोड़ा धीरे जा.
या
नंबर्स का मामला है, थोड़ा धीरे जा.
ओके ओके. या अमित, तो जैसे कि अभी हमने प्रीवियस स्लाइड में देखा कि इस स्ट्रैटेजी में हम अपना पूरा पैसा इन्वेस्ट नहीं करते हैं, हम हमारा कुछ पैसा इन्वेस्ट करते हैं टू बाय इनिशियल शेयर्स, करेक्ट? अब मेरा पॉइंट ये है कि हम इस स्ट्रैटेजी में एक फिक्स प्राइस इंटरवल पे एक्शन लेंगे. इस केस में मेरा फिक्स प्राइस इंटरवल है 1 रुपी, ठीक है? अब हम एक्शन क्या लेंगे? जैसे कि बोला कि या हम मार्केट में बाय कर सकते हैं या मैं सेल कर सकता हूँ, करेक्ट? अब एक्शन हम तब लेंगे जब मेरा शेयर का करंट मार्केट प्राइस मेरे इनिशियल बाय प्राइस से ऊपर है या नीचे है. अगर ऊपर है तो मैं सेल करूंगा, राइट?
ये सेंटेंस तूने कंफ्यूज कर दिया अभिनव. It is not initial buy price, it is the previous buy price, a previous price.
हाँ, प्रीवियस प्राइस पॉइंट 51 इज द करंट मार्केट प्राइस.
लेकिन इनिशियल बाय प्राइस बोला ना, उससे कंफ्यूजन.
ओके ओके.
चल बोल बोल बोल, हाँ बोल.
या सो कमिंग बैक टू माय पॉइंट कि 1 रुपी मेरा डिफरेंस है इस एग्जांपल में, राइट? तो मैं इस स्ट्रैटेजी में फिक्स नंबर्स ऑफ शेयर्स बाय और सेल करने वाला हूँ. जो मेरा क्वांटिटी रहेगा वो फिक्स रहेगा. लेट सपोज इस एग्जांपल के लिए मेरा क्वांटिटी है 200, राइट? मेरा शेयर प्राइस मेरे प्रीवियस प्राइस पॉइंट से ऊपर है या नीचे है, मैं 200 शेयर्स बाय करूंगा या सेल करूंगा, राइट? अब प्राइस मेरा 50 से 51 चला गया, तो मैं 200 शेयर्स यहाँ पे सेल कर दूंगा, राइट? अब 51 से 52 गया, मैं वापस से सेल करूंगा. क्यों? क्योंकि मेरा प्रीवियस प्राइस पॉइंट से मेरा करंट मार्केट प्राइस ऊपर है, है ना? तो इसलिए फिर से मैं 52 पे सेल करूंगा.
हाँ.
सिमिलर रीजन फॉर सेलिंग एट 53.
हम्म.
राइट. अब 53 पे मेरा करंट मार्केट प्राइस है, मैंने 53 पे सेल कर दिया है. लेकिन अब मेरे पास यहाँ पे दो ऑप्शन है, या मैं 54 पे सेल करूं या मैं 52 पे बाय करूं. ये कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर है कि मैं समझाऊं कि मैं 52 पे बाय क्यों करूंगा?
नहीं, यहाँ तक क्लियर है मुझे.
यहाँ तक क्लियर है ना?
हाँ, क्योंकि आप मतलब वो डिफरेंस के ऊपर में बाय या सेल कर रहे हो, दैट इज क्लियर नाउ. हाँ. हाँ.
ओके.
बट बाय सेल वी आर डूइंग ओनली द सम क्वांटिटी. ठीक है, अगर 100 स्टॉक लिया है
हाँ
और उसमें से 5 क्वांटिटी हम लोग सेल कर रहे हैं. ठीक है,
हाँ हाँ.
5 क्वांटिटी हम लोग सेल करेंगे,
करेक्ट.
पूरा नहीं बेचेंगे. ठीक
राइट
है,
राइट.
करेक्ट. सो दैट इज द थिंग.
ओके. एनीवन एल्स, एनी क्वेश्चंस? ठीक है.
Clear to this point.
ओके. अब आपको एक
एक मिनट
क्वेश्चन.
एक मिनट एक मिनट, लेट मी जस्ट चेक. कुमारी का ये समझा क्या?
Yeah, I was actually thinking something. Um, इन्होंने बताया right that जब 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 हम लोग सेल करेंगे तो is
Right.
when the right time when we'll be buying it again. So is this by putting the assumption कि फिर से high होगा या like what is the main motive behind
We
doing
are not
this?
assuming anything about the market. Market is doing what the market is doing.
Okay.
Right? हमने सेल किया 53 पे.
हम्म
53 से स्टॉक का प्राइस कहीं भी जा सकता है. हमने देखा अगली प्राइस जो आई वो 52 आई,
हम्म
तो हमने 52 पे बाय कर लिया. फिर उसके बाद अगली प्राइस आई 51 आई, तो हमने 51 पे बाय कर लिया. मार्केट
Okay.
जो ऑप्शन देगी वही हम कर सकते हैं ना.
हम्म
अगर स्टॉक 54 पे जाएगा नहीं तो हम बेच ही नहीं सकते 54 पे.
Okay.
मार्केट इज कंटिन्यूअसली गिविंग यू अ प्राइस कि इस प्राइस पे तुमको खरीदना है तो खरीदो या बेचना है तो बेचो. और कोई प्राइस पे कुछ करना है तो उसके लिए अभी नहीं कर सकते. इसी प्राइस पे तुम कुछ करना है तो कर सकते हो.
Okay.
राइट. तो इसीलिए वो 53 के बाद मार्केट ने तुमको ऑप्शन दिया 52 पे खरीदने का.
हम्म
52 पे कुछ भी करने का, खरीदने का या बेचने का.
हम्म
हमने डिसाइड किया कि प्राइस नीचे है इसलिए हमने खरीद लिया.
Okay.
अब यही पैटर्न तुम पूरे ग्राफ में देखोगे कि जब भी प्राइस बढ़ता है सेल होता है और जब भी गिरता है बाय होता है.
Yeah, understood.
ठीक है, चलो अभिनव आगे बढ़ रहा
राइट. तो अब एक क्वेश्चन गाइस एक आ सकता है कि क्या मैं ये जो मैं सेल कर रहा हूँ वो मैं मेरे एवरेज बाइंग प्राइस के ऊपर ही सेल कर रहा हूँ? राइट. थोड़ा टेक्निकल जाऊंगा कि जैसे कि प्रीवियस स्लाइड में भी प्रतीक सर ने बोला कि जो हम फ्यूचर एवरेज परचेज प्राइस को आप वेटेड एवरेज प्राइस या एवरेजिंग से कंफ्यूज हो रहे हो, वो मत होना. सेम कॉन्सेप्ट मैं भी यहाँ पे यूज करना चाह रहा हूँ कि क्या आपके दिमाग में ये क्वेश्चन आ रहा है कि मैं जो भी सेल करूंगा वो मैं मेरे एवरेज बाइंग प्राइस के ऊपर ही सेल करूंगा? राइट. नॉर्मल क्वेश्चन ये आ सकता है कि भैया अगर मेरा मैं बाय करता गया 45, 49, 48, 47, अगर मेरा प्राइस वापस से 48 आ गया तो फिर नॉर्मल बंदा तो सेल करेगा नहीं, क्योंकि लेट सपोज कि उसका एवरेज एवरेज बाइंग प्राइस इज बिलो 48. राइट. तो ये ग्राफ में मैं आपको यही समझाना चाह रहा हूँ कि एज यू कैन सी मेरा इनिशियल बाय हुआ 50 पे. राइट. उसके बाद द प्राइस केप्ट ऑन फॉलिंग टिल 45. जैसे कि मैंने प्रीवियसली बताया कि अगर मेरा इनिशियल बाय 50 पे है और मेरे प्रीवियस प्राइस पॉइंट से मेरा करंट मार्केट प्राइस नीचे है तो मैं बाय कर रहा हूँ. राइट.
करेक्ट.
सिमिलर कॉन्सेप्ट वो गिरता चला गया 45 तक. अब मैंने 45 तक शेयर बाय करता गया, बल्कि मेरा एवरेज बाइंग प्राइस है 47.5. ये पॉइंट दिख रहा होगा आपको. जब स्टॉक का मार्केट प्राइस इज 45, उसका एवरेज बाइंग प्राइस इज 47.5. but still I am selling the stock when it came to 46. what I am trying to explain you here is कि मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ता मेरा एवरेज बाइंग प्राइस कहाँ है, मुझे सिर्फ मेरा प्रीवियस प्राइस पॉइंट और करंट मार्केट प्राइस से ही फर्क पड़ रहा है.
ओके.
अमित, क्वेश्चन.
Yes. नहीं नहीं, बिकॉज दिस इज लैडर राइट, मतलब आप जो करंट है और प्रीवियस है उसी को कंपेयर करोगे, यू आर विल नॉट वरी अबाउट द टोटल एवरेज प्राइस राइट।
Right.
Exactly. Exactly.
entire portfolio will be red, then only then तब भी आप बेच सकते हो।
Right. Exactly.
ठीक है।
यहाँ बाइंग और सेलिंग का कोई कनेक्शन नहीं है कि मेरा पोर्टफोलियो रेड है या ग्रीन है या क्या है। इट इज जस्ट फॉलोइंग ए सिंपल प्रिंसिपल, मेरा पिछला ट्रेड क्या था, मेरा नया ट्रेड क्या है, बस।
करेक्ट।
Kumarika, any questions?
No, no.
Did you understand this?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, for somebody who is not trading in the market, Kumarika, you're doing extremely well. I must say that. अच्छा, चलते जाओ।
Yeah. So this is the concept what we are trying to do. Right. अब मैं आपको डायरेक्टली स्ट्रैटेजी पे लेके चलता हूँ, स्प्रेडशीट पे, जहाँ पे आपको अच्छे से सब कुछ एक्सप्लेन होगा। I hope the screen is visible, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So now let's suppose that we have a corpus of 5 lakh rupees. ठीक है? And let's use the same example 50 rupees वाला. And for this example purpose, जैसा कि हमने बात किया कि हम कुछ पोर्शन ऑफ आवर फंड्स ही यूज करेंगे इसमें, राइट? सो लेट्स सपोज कि मैंने 50% मेरा यहाँ पे कैपिटल यूज किया, राइट? और 50% मैंने यूज कर लिया, तो मेरे पास जो कैश लेफ्ट बचेगा वो नेचुरली द रेस्ट ऑफ द 50% होगा, राइट? अब यही 50% कैश यूज करके मैंने 5000 स्टॉक्स खरीदे, राइट? यहाँ तक समझ आ रहा है गाइस?
यस यस, अंडरस्टूड।
ओके, सो 5000 मेरे पास टोटल शेयर्स है। अब मेरा अकाउंट वैल्यू बहुत ही ऑब्वियस सी चीज है कि वही अमाउंट होगा जिस अमाउंट से मैंने स्टार्ट किया है, दैट वाज 5 लाख, राइट? अब जैसे कि मैंने आपको समझाया कि इस स्ट्रैटेजी में वी आर गोइंग टू बाय एंड सेल फिक्स नंबर्स ऑफ शेयर्स। जो पहले प्लॉट में अपने हमने बात किया कि 200 क्वांटिटी हम बाय और सेल करेंगे,
यस।
राइट? तो सेम 200 यहाँ पे लिखा है कि 200 इज द क्वांटिटी विच आई एम गोइंग टू बाय एंड सेल एट द फिक्स प्राइस इंटरवल, राइट? नेक्स्ट इज फ्यूचर एवरेज परचेज प्राइस। जैसे कि अमित अमित बोल रहे थे कि उनके लिए टर्म नया है, राइट? फ्यूचर एवरेज परचेज प्राइस। सो बिफोर एक्सप्लेनिंग दिस, अमित, परवेज और कुमारिका, एनीवन कैन आंसर कि व्हाट इज द वर्स्ट थिंग दैट कैन हैपन टू योर स्टॉक प्राइस वाइज। सबसे खराब प्राइस आपके स्टॉक का क्या हो सकता है, कहां तक वो गिर सकता है?
ऑब्वियसली जीरो।
Zero, right? So what we are trying to do is we are willing to run this strategy till my stock price goes to zero, correct? तो सिमिलर केस कि मैं मेरा फ्यूचर एवरेज परचेज प्राइस मैं कैसे कैलकुलेट करूंगा? सिंपल है, जो मेरा करंट मार्केट प्राइस है प्लस 0 डिवाइडेड बाय 2, राइट? सी लेट मी एक्सप्लेन यू दिस इन अ वेरी डिफरेंट मैनर। जे, के और एल, ये 3 कॉलम दिख रहे हैं, राइट? ये तीनों कॉलम, जैसे कि आपको पीपीटी में भी दिखा कि ये तीनों चीजें हम फ्यूचर के लिए कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं, जस्ट टू टेक एक्शन। मेरा स्टॉक प्राइस नीचे जा रहा है तो मुझे कुछ एक्शन लेना है, जैसे कि हमारे केस में हम बाय कर रहे हैं, राइट? तो एक्शन लेने के लिए मुझे मैथमेटिकली कितना प्रिपेयर्ड रहना पड़ेगा, ये तीनों कॉलम वही है, राइट? कमिंग बैक टू फ्यूचर एवरेज परचेज प्राइस, स्टॉक प्राइस मेरा 0 तक जाएगा, करेक्ट? तो मेरा फ्यूचर एवरेज परचेज प्राइस इस स्टॉक को खरीदने के लिए क्या होगा? दैट इज 25,
करेक्ट।
करेक्ट?
मीडियन ऑफ दिस, करेक्ट।
एग्जैक्टली। अमित, क्वेश्चन?
नॉट टिल नो, बराबर है, क्लियर है।
अभी ना ये शेयर्स बाय सेल पर रुपीस डिफरेंस 200, ये कैसे आएगा? ये एक बार एक्सप्लेन कीजिए।
200 ये हमने एज ऑफ ना एज अ नंबर लिख, आप कोई भी मुझे नंबर बता दो, मैं वो नंबर लिख दूंगा।
बट वाई 200 ओनली? आप कुछ भी लिख सकते हैं यहाँ पर।
हाँ, एज ऑफ नाउ मैं कुछ भी लिख सकता हूँ, पर जब मैं आगे कैलकुलेशन करूंगा तब आपको समझ में आएगा कि ये 200 क्यों है। चलो मैं इसको 50 कर देता हूँ, ठीक है।
ठीक है।
कुमारी का एनी क्वेश्चंस?
No, I'm not getting this slide, to be honest.
यू आर नॉट गेटिंग दिस?
Mhm.
ओके,
Like I have got till that shares own, but after that I'm not being able to figure out.
okay. So did you not understand how this 5 lakh, what is the meaning of this 5 lakh?
5 lakh is the total amount we have, right?
Right.
Yeah, and the shares per rupee, what is that?
Yeah, as I discussed earlier, that in
That
this
what is the
strategy,
lowest it can go, right? After that,
no. As I discussed that in this strategy, we are going to buy or sell fixed numbers of shares. So 50,
okay.
as of now, we have written 50. So let's say if the stock price went from 50 to 51, I will be selling 50 shares.
Yeah.
So whatever
Previous
shares,
slide, right? Fixed amount of share sell on fixed price change.
right.
So out of 5,000, we'll be selling 50.
Right.
Okay.
And even if the stock price went from 40 or from 50 to 49, I'm going to buy 50 shares.
Hmm.
And this will be decided by your tool, right? I mean, the tool will decide how much to sell and at what price difference.
Right.
Okay.
See, next is future average purchase price. See, Kumarika, if I tell you that starting from 50, 49, 48, 47, all the way down to 0, you are going to buy shares, 50 shares or whatever shares, right?
Okay.
So what will be my future average purchase price till the stock price has gone till 0,
Okay.
right? The simple formula is upper band plus lower band divided by 2. That is the mathematical way, right?
Yeah.
But in a common way, if you want to understand that you are willing to continue this strategy till the stock price goes to 0, as we discussed that the worst case, the stock can go
Scenario,
till
yeah.
0,
Hmm.
right? So just for my calculation that how much future average purchase price will be of my stock which is trading at 50, what will be the future average purchase price, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next is total shares which I will be buying in future, right? So as we discussed in the sheet also, key for computing cash needed, we need two things. What is the price of my future stocks and what will be how much shares I will be buying in the future,
Hmm.
right? So now we can easily compute these cash needed when I have these two things, right?
Yeah.
So परवेश जी आपका क्वेश्चन था कि वाई वहां पे मैंने 200 लिखा, राइट? अब आप एक चीज नोटिस करिए कि मेरा कैश नीडेड एज ऑफ नाउ इज 62,500, राइट? पर मेरे अकाउंट में 2,50,000 है, करेक्ट? मैं तो ये स्ट्रैटेजी 0 तक जाएगा तब तक मैं इसको ट्रेड करने के लिए रेडी हूँ। तो मेरे पास तो जो डिफरेंस बचा, मेरे पास तो वो पैसा मेरे अकाउंट में वैसे ही आइडल पड़ा है, सो व्हाई नॉट यूज इट टू द फुलेस्ट, राइट? अगर मैं मेरी क्वांटिटी इंक्रीज कर दूंगा, 50 से मैंने 100 कर दिया, ठीक है? सी अभी 1,25,000 हो गया, आई स्टिल हैव 1,25,000 लेफ्ट विथ मी। दिस मीन्स कि मेरे पास और रूम है शेयर्स की क्वांटिटी बढ़ाने के लिए,
ओके।
राइट? अब मैं 200 कर देता हूँ। अब आपको दिख रहा होगा कि देयर इज एब्सोल्युटली नो डिफरेंस बिटवीन माय कैश लेफ्ट एंड माय कैश नीडेड, राइट? So this simply means that I am utilizing my full purchasing power. पहले क्या हो रहा था, मैं कम पैसे यूज कर रहा था क्योंकि मेरा क्वांटिटी कम था। अब बेसिकली दिस इज द मैक्सिमम क्वांटिटी आई कैन गो अप टू,
ओके।
क्योंकि मेरे पास 2,50,000 ही था अकाउंट में, मैं इतना ही यूज करने वाला हूँ, राइट?
करेक्ट।
अमित, एनी क्वेश्चंस?
Not till now. I'm good.
ओके, कुमारी का?
तो एक डिफरेंट वे में अगर मान लीजिए मैं ऐसे मतलब मेरा टोटल कॉर्पस तो 5 लाख रुपीस का है, बट अगर मान लीजिए प्राइस डाउन नहीं जा रहा है, तो व्हाट आई शुड डू इन दैट केस?
यू मीन टू से प्राइस 50 से ऊपर ही जा रहा है, कभी नीचे ही नहीं आ रहा?
नहीं, डाउन हो रहा है, मतलब प्राइस फॉल हो रहा है।
हाँ, तो मैं तो शेयर्स बाय करता जाऊंगा ना।
हाँ बट मेरा अमाउंट तो फिक्स्ड है यहाँ पे 5 लाख।
बेसिकली अमित, इस ऐप में कोई रिटेल ट्रेडर क्यों बनता है तुम्हारे ख्याल से? You can easily give your money to a mutual fund manager or a hedge fund manager.
हम्म
Let them manage your money for you, right?
हम्म
पहली बात, कोई रिटेल ट्रेडर इसलिए ही बनता है कि वो बोलता है मेरे को मालूम है कौन से स्टॉक्स में मेरे को इन्वेस्ट करना है, मेरे को समझता है मार्केट में कौन से अच्छे स्टॉक्स हैं कौन से खराब स्टॉक्स। हम इन्वेस्टर को ये नहीं बोल रहे कि हमको ये मालूम है कि कौन सा अच्छा स्टॉक है कौन सा नहीं है। हमारा ये अजम्पशन है कि कस्टमर को ऑलरेडी ये कॉन्फिडेंस है कि एक अच्छा स्टॉक कैसे पिक करना है। अगर तुमने ऐसा स्टॉक पिक किया कि वो सीधा 50 से घट घट के सीधा 0 पे ही जा रहा है, कभी ऊपर ही नहीं आ रहा, तो तुमको अपना स्टॉक पिकिंग थोड़ा बेटर करना चाहिए, राइट?
करेक्ट।
उसका रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी डजन डायमंड्स पे नहीं है। A different way I give the same example, it might sound a little crude. फाइनली शादी तुम कर रहे हो,
करेक्ट।
वो बीवी तुम्हारी है,
हाँ
right? All we are helping you is figuring out how to manage any quarrels you might have, any misunderstanding you might have. But finally, it is your stock. You are deciding कि मेरे को इस stock में invest करना है. Present diamonds does not play any role in that part. All we request is that you pick the stocks that you believe will not have this kind of a pattern. Don't pick a stock just because a friend told you to pick a stock.
करेक्ट
Do your research, believe in the stock.
करेक्ट।
और उसके लिए there are multiple platforms available. You don't need to depend upon dozen diamonds for that.
No sir, actually I mean I think I need to put my question in different words. मतलब मैं थोड़ा सा शायद मैं लैंग्वेज में गड़बड़ कर गया। Can I repeat my question? Would that be okay?
Sure. Why not?
नहीं, मान लीजिए अगर मान लीजिए मेरा स्टॉक नीचे जा रहा है तो वी विल सेल सम क्वांटिटी, करेक्ट? अगर फिर भी
नहीं, नीचे जा रहा है
है
तो you're going to keep
Buy.
buying, right?
नीचे
फाइन।
गया
हाँ
तो
नीचे गया तो मैं अगर उसको बाय करूंगा, करेक्ट है? और उसके
Right.
बाद फिर से अगर वो नीचे गया तो देन अगेन आई विल मेक अ बाय
Yes,
एंड मार्केट विल नेवर गो इन वन डायरेक्शन,
exactly.
देयर विल बी अप आल्सो,
Right.
सो देन अगेन वी विल डू द बाय, राइट?
No, then you lose sell.
हाँ सॉरी, देन आई एम गोइंग टू डू दिस सेल, करेक्ट करेक्ट
Yeah.
करेक्ट करेक्ट। दैट इज व्हाट आई वाज आस्किंग कि अगर मान लीजिए बहुत फ्रीक्वेंट अप्स है डाउन्स है, सो हाउ वी आर मैनेजिंग, एक्चुअली दैट वाज माय क्वेश्चन।
Right. बेसिकली वही पॉइंट है कि 50 से जब वो 40 पे चला जाता है, देयर इज अ हाई चांस कि वो 40 से 42 43 आएगा बिफोर इट टेक्स अनदर डिप, इवन इफ इट टेक्स अ डिप। मोस्ट स्टॉक्स का बिहेवियर बहुत स्टैंडर्ड रहता है, दे विल ड्रॉप और राइज एंड देन दे विल ट्रेड इन अ रेंज वो ऊपर नीचे होते रहेंगे।
गॉट इट, एक्चुअली दैट वाज
ट्रेडिंग
माय
में
क्वेश्चन, या दैट इज
राइट,
क्लियर।
ठीक है, चलो आगे बढ़ो।
Yes. So extra cash. So my formula for extra cash is cash left minus my cash needed. Right? एक्स्ट्रा कैश के बारे में जैसे जैसे मैं प्राइस को ऊपर या नीचे लेके जाऊंगा, हम आराम से इस पे डिस्कशन करेंगे। ठीक है? बीच में कुछ भी क्वेश्चंस होता है, प्लीज फील फ्री टू स्टॉप मी एंड आस्क मी। ठीक है? राइट। सो जैसे कि मैंने बोला कि प्राइस वेंट अप बाय 1 रुपी, एज आई सेड कि हम लोग शेयर्स को बेचेंगे, राइट? वी आर गोइंग टू सेल 200 क्वांटिटी ऑफ शेयर्स, राइट? अब मैंने शेयर्स बेचे, सो इट इज प्रीटी ऑब्वियस कि मेरे अकाउंट में कुछ पैसा आएगा,
Yeah,
राइट?
right.
So let's just keep everything else, and you can see that my shares owned has now reduced by 200 quantities. It is now the number of shares I owned is 4,800, right?
Yeah.
परवेज जी, अमित जी,
Correct. Understood.
Yes.
राइट. सो नाउ लेट सपोज कि मेरा स्टॉक का प्राइस 55 तक गया, राइट.
Hmm.
मेरा स्टॉक का प्राइस 55 तक गया. बहुत ही
हम्म।
कॉमन सेंस वाली बात है कि भाई ये भैया स्टॉक का प्राइस ऊपर गया, मुझे ऑब्वियसली प्रॉफिट होने वाला है, राइट. इसमें कोई रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है. मेरा एक्स्ट्रा कैश अगर आप देख रहे हो तो वो हर ऑर्डर के बाद बढ़ रहा है, राइट. पहला मेरा सेल ऑर्डर लगा 100 पे, 51 पे सॉरी, तब मेरा एक्स्ट्रा कैश बना 100 रुपीज, राइट. सिमिलरली आफ्टर एवरी एग्जीक्यूटेड ऑर्डर मेरा एक्स्ट्रा कैश बढ़ता ही जा रहा है, राइट. अब एक
Correct.
क्वेश्चन ये आ सकता है कि भैया स्टॉक प्राइस 50 से 55 चला गया, इसलिए मेरा एक्स्ट्रा कैश और प्रॉफिट दोनों बढ़ रहे हैं. बट अगर मैं कहूँ कि मेरा स्टॉक का प्राइस वापस मेरे इनिशियल बाय पे आ गया, 50 पे आ गया, तो कोई बता सकता है कि मेरा एक्स्ट्रा कैश के साथ क्या होगा? गाइस सिर्फ गेस करो, कुछ होगा नहीं अगर गलत हो तो.
It will increase.
Will definitely increase. Yeah.
बढ़ेगा.
See, the point I'm trying to make here is
Yes.
that मेरा स्टॉक का प्राइस 50 से 55 गया,
Correct. Correct.
तब तक सब कुछ सही लगा क्योंकि प्राइस ऊपर जा रहा है, राइट. मेरा एक्स्ट्रा कैश प्रॉफिट सब कुछ बढ़ रहा है. बट
Hmm.
द पॉइंट बीइंग कि मेरा स्टॉक का प्राइस वापस मेरे इनिशियल बाय प्राइस पे आ गया है, 50 पे.
Correct.
एवरीथिंग एल्स इन योर पोर्टफोलियो इज रिवर्स्ड एक्सेप्ट दिस एक्स्ट्रा कैश. आपको दिख रहा होगा गिरते मार्केट में भी, राइट, फ्रॉम प्राइस ऑफ 54 आपको दिख रहा है कि मेरा एक्स्ट्रा कैश इज स्टिल कंटिन्यूसली इंक्रीजिंग विद द सेम फ्रीक्वेंसी, दैट इज 100, राइट. स्टार्टिंग से 100 रुपीज से बढ़ रहा है, एंड तक 100 रुपीज से बढ़ता ही जा रहा है, इररिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ द स्टॉक प्राइस, राइट.
या
अगर अभी ना मैं अगर वो स्टार्टिंग से 200 रुपीज एक्स्ट्रा कैश लेता हूँ या मैं कुछ तो क्या ये 200 से बढ़ता जाता? उसका उसका स्टेप साइज क्या है एक्स्ट्रा कैश का?
स्टेप्स, एक्स्ट्रा कैश का स्टेप साइज नहीं है, स्टॉक का स्टेप साइज है, जो कि 1 है इस केस में.
ओके.
मैं एवरी 1 रुपी के डिफरेंस पे बाय सेल कर रहा हूँ ना,
इसीलिए 100 रुपीज बच रहे हैं. ओके. ठीक है समझ में आ गया.
राइट. अब एक क्वेश्चन ये भी आ सकता है कि भैया ये तो तुमने दिखा दिया कि 50 से 51 गया, इसलिए शायद ये बढ़ रहा है. अगर किसी का ये भी क्वेश्चन हो सकता है कि मैंने स्टॉक लिया और वो तुरंत गिर गया, लेट्स से 49 हो गया, राइट.
हम्म.
49, 48, 47, 46.
द सेम रिजल्ट. या.
यस. मेरा पॉइंट सेम है कि अगर इररिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ व्हाट काइंड ऑफ ऑर्डर इट इज, वेदर इट इज अ बाय ऑर्डर और अ सेल ऑर्डर, आपका एक्स्ट्रा कैश कंपोनेंट हमेशा बढ़ता ही रहेगा,
करेक्ट.
राइट. अब आप अगर एक चीज नोटिस करिए कि जब मैंने ट्रेडिंग स्टार्ट किया, ठीक है, तब मेरा अकाउंट का वैल्यू 5 लाख है, राइट. मेरा स्टॉक का प्राइस क्या था? 50.
50.
मेरा स्टॉक का प्राइस वापस 50 आ गया है, मेरा अकाउंट वैल्यू क्या है? 5,01,000,
5,01,000.
राइट. जो हमने पीपीटी में भी देखा कि एक्स्ट्रा कैश वर्क्स एज अ लॉस रिकवरी मैकेनिज्म. सी, आपको भी पता है कि अभी मार्केट में या कहीं पे भी लॉस रिकवरी का डेफिनेशन सबका अलग है, बट कॉमन डेफिनेशन यही रहता है कि भैया लॉस रिकवरी मतलब कि मैंने स्टॉक मार्केट में 5 लाख या 10 लाख का नुकसान कर लिया, राइट. मैं स्टॉक मार्केट से ही इसको रिकवर करूंगा, लोग इसको लॉस रिकवरी कहते हैं. कि भैया कुछ भी कर लो, ब्रोकर से रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं, फ्रेंड्स एंड फैमिली को बोलते हैं कि भाई मेरा इतना लॉस हुआ है, ये लॉस को तुम रिकवर कर दो बाय यूजिंग द सेम मेथड विच आई वाज यूजिंग और वट एवर मेथड यू हैव, राइट. कोई भी ये नहीं बताएगा कि सेम स्ट्रैटेजी में रह के या सेम स्टॉक में रह के आपका लॉस रिकवरी कैसे हो रहा है. इस एग्जांपल में आपको अच्छे से दिख रहा है कि मेरा लॉस रिकवरी कैसे हो रहा है,
करेक्ट.
राइट. अब लेट सपोज कि आप आपने पूरे महीने में लेट्स से इसमें 100 रुपीज एक्स्ट्रा कैश बन रहा है, राइट?
इसको एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए एक और एग्जांपल यूज कर अभिनव। 50 से प्राइस को गिरा 40 तक।
इनिशियल बाय के बाद या इसके नीचे 50
हाँ
के
वही ना, इनिशियल बाय के बाद 50 से 40 तक गिरा।
ओके।
इसके बाद 45 तक बढ़ा दे, फिर 40 तक गिरा दे। और इसी को, इस सीक्वेंस को 41 से 40 का जो ये सीक्वेंस है,
हाँ
इसको 5-6 बार रिपीट कर दे। जस्ट कॉपी पेस्ट कर दे। ऐसे मत कर, ऐसे बहुत टाइम लग जाएगा। सीधा कॉपी करना, ऊपर से 41 से सिलेक्ट कर, 41 से 40 तक सिलेक्ट कर। ये नहीं नहीं, ऐसे नहीं, ऊपर जा। और हाँ, ये जो
यहाँ से बात है।
फर्स्ट 41, हाँ यहाँ से
ओके ओके ओके।
41 से सिलेक्ट
हाँ
कर,
हाँ हाँ
41 से सिलेक्ट कर। क्या कर रहा है, 41 से सिलेक्ट करना। हाँ 41 से। ठीक कर रहा था, तूने इरेज क्यों कर दिया? क्या कर रहा है? 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45 वैसे कर रहा था, वैसे ही कर। 44, 45, अब कर 44, 43, 42, 41, 40। हाँ अभी वो जो पहला 41 तूने लिखा ना, कौन सा रो नंबर 16 में,
हाँ।
वहां से कॉपी कर 40 तक। सारा सिलेक्ट कर ले, हाँ नीचे था, बस कॉपी। और इसके नीचे पेस्ट कर दे। इसके नीचे 40 के जस्ट नीचे पेस्ट, हाँ भी ऐसे पेस्ट करता जा। दो 2-3 बार और पेस्ट करते। बस अब सारे रोज को ड्रैग कर।
Hello.
ये
Yeah. Hi. I have a session at 8:30, so I have to leave by 8:25. How long is the meeting gonna go on?
ओके, हम व्हाट इज द टाइम राइट नाउ?
It's 8:15.
ओके, विद इन 10 मिनट्स वील कवर द बेसिक
Yeah,
एंड
yeah.
आफ्टर
Okay.
दैट यू कैन गो।
Yeah,
इज
yeah.
जस्ट वन मोर पॉइंट लेफ्ट।
Mm-hmm.
अच्छा अभी इसको प्लॉट कर दे, डी कॉलम को प्लॉट कर दे। सो एज यू कैन सी, अभी थोड़ा इसको, yeah, as you can see, the price has dropped from 50 down to 40 and now it's fluctuating between 45 and 40, right? If you look at the first time it reached at 40, 40 पे जा, अभी इसको हटा दे, प्लॉट को हटा दे। अभी फर्स्ट टाइम 40 पे कब गया?
ये रहा
इस पे देख कितना लॉस आ रहा है,
59,000।
59,000। अगली बार 40 पे गया, कितना लॉस आ रहा है देख।
58,000।
उसके नीचे फिर से कर, फिर से 40 पे गया, कितना आ रहा
57।
है? 7,000। उसके नीचे कर,
56।
56,000, right? So as you can see, your loss is, the price is remaining the same, but your loss is only reducing. This is the concept of loss recovery.
Price is the same. What did you say? Can you please repeat?
सारे जितने भी हमने प्राइस पॉइंट दिखाए, सब 40 वाले प्राइस दिखाए ना,
Mm-hmm.
उनको हाईलाइट कर दे एक बार। अभिनव उनको येलो में कलर कर दे, 40 वाले जितने भी हैं। ये येलो में कलर कर दे ना।
Yeah, go ahead.
बस। Right. So now if you look at column N, column N is your net profit, right?
Right.
So when it is negative, it is basically the loss your account is suffering, right? अभी ऊपर scroll कर ऊपर हाँ. So first time your loss was 59. After that it was 59,000. After that it was 58,000. After that it is 57,000, then 56,000. So it's slowly reducing. Your loss is slowly reducing while the stock price is remaining at 40. You notice that, Kumarika?
Yeah, yeah.
So that is the point. That is the loss recovery point. Okay.
ठीक है.
Okay. अच्छा अभी क्या दिखाएगा? अभी वो जोमेटो दिखाएगा.
Yes, yes.
दिखा दे.
हाँ.
5 मिनट में जोमेटो दिखा दे, फिर 5 मिनट में मैं इक्वेशन दिखा देता हूँ. देन वी कैन लेट कुमारिका गो.
Adrian, just stop sharing. Right. Screen दिख रहा है ना?
Yes.
Yes. So this is the back-tested data of the stock Zomato. We all know that Zomato listed on 23rd July 2017, right? So this data is of 2.5 years, 6 years basically, right? सबको पता है कि this was a very trendy stock and news में सब जगह trend हो रहा था. See, as you can see here, the account value which we have started trading was 1 lakh. This 1.0 represents 1 lakh,
Okay.
right? So the line which is in blue, that represents buy and hold, which basically means that you bought all the stocks, you bought the stock with all your money, right? And basically we can see that how the price has dropped all the way, right? The price has crashed by more than 50%, right? At this point you can see, right? आपका portfolio का value has dropped by more than 60%. You started from 1, and now you are below 0.4, right? But the beauty of STM is in this green line, you can see this is the account value in STM. Correct? Guys, are you there?
Yes. We're listening.
So in this green line, we can see that this was my break even for buy and hold, and also the same price at which I started my trading, which was 1 lakh rupees, right? You can see STM caught up very quickly as compared to buy and hold. जहाँ पे मेरा STM का account value 1 lakh हुआ, my buy and hold was still lagging by 20%, right? दिख रहा है आपको यहाँ पे 0.8 at the same price of the stock.
Yes, correct.
Correct? So this is exactly how our STM works, and this is how we beat the normal average buy and hold strategy. Okay?
Okay.
इक्वेशन दिखा दे एक बार.
Yes, yes. Right.
So one of the questions that often comes up when that sheet is shown is that the audience always wonders कि यह एक्स्ट्रा कैश की कहानी असल स्टोरी है या हम अपनी तरफ से कुछ कहानी पका रहे हैं, राइट? ये एक्चुअली कुछ हो रहा है या हम, because we are proposing that extra cash is a new kind of performance metric. It is a different performance metric from profit. You don't have to think about profit anymore. You can think about extra cash and have a good feeling about your portfolio because the extra cash is continuously increasing, right? It is almost like saying कि भैया एप्पल पेड़ से गिरा, किसी ने बोल दिया ग्रेविटी है, बट क्या ग्रेविटी असली में है भी या कहानी बना दी, right? It is only when you show that in the math, you show कि mathematically I am seeing gravity emerge in my equations that it actually makes sense कि gravity actually है. तो यहाँ जो तुम्हारे बॉटम में जो इक्वेशन दिख रहा है, in this equation G is your total profit and E is the extra cash. The capital E is the extra cash. So extra cash is the part of the profit. And the other interesting thing is that the other components of the profit are all dependent on price. PF is the current price, P0 is your initial price. So the first and second terms indicate that the profit is dependent on price, but extra cash is independent of price. So extra cash is not a story we are making up, it actually emerges from the equations. And it is a different way of thinking about your portfolio. So this is the last point. Next, we are going to cover the app. And if you want, Kumarika, you can skip that part.
Sorry?
If you want, you can skip the part where we are going to talk about the app.
Yeah.
ठीक है?
Okay.
You can stay for as long as you want, but I mean, the main points have been covered. So,
Okay. No, I'll have to leave. I'll be studying at 8:30 actually.
ठीक है, चलो.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot for
Bye.
coming. Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
अच्छा.
Okay. Before I start with the app, okay, as a Parvez, Parvez and Amit asked for the brokerage calculation. Let me share the sheet. Okay, so this one. Yes, Abhinav. Abhinav.
Hello. आवाज आ रही है?
Yeah. It's coming. It's coming.
Yes, yes. See, Parvez, you asked that question related to brokerage, right? That if my extra cash is, let's suppose, 100 rupees, so I still have to pay broker some fees, correct? This was a question, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, Abhinav.
Parvez. Yes.
Yes, Abhinav.
Yes. So in this sheet, we have, as you can see in the column L, sorry, you can see the amount of extra cash, correct?
Yes.
And in the column Y, we have written the percentage of extra cash, which will be your brokerage or other charges, like SEBI charges, stamp duties, etc. Right?
Yes, correct.
Yes, so this is a detailed explanation that how much brokerage or other transaction charges will be there and how much part of extra cash will it cover. So as you can see, in some orders, there are the brokerage and other charges goes up to 30 to 31%. Whereas in other, say in some orders, let's say in 11th row, you can see the percentage of extra cash is also less, right? So on an average, we can see that 20 to 21% of extra cash will be as a part of your brokerage and other charges.
Okay.
Okay.
Understood.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just move now with the Kosh app. You all can see my screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So this is the Kosh app. Okay. So whatever Abhinav had explained in that sheet, Excel sheet, the same is implemented in a Kosh app. Okay, so this
Okay.
Kosh app is a fully automated app. So if you see over here, so this is the MPIN. Okay, this is a second level of authentication. So before this, it will ask you for your email address and your password. So once you enter your email address and your password, it will ask you for your MPIN. So once I enter the MPIN, okay, we have logged into the app. So this is the home screen of the app. You can see at the bottom is mentioned home. This will give you a cash summary of your account. Okay, so here you can see what is the number of ladders, the funds in play, extra cash, which is left or generated. Okay, so everything you can see over here. Okay. So now here there's an option to, you can add cash in your account or you can withdraw cash in your account.
Mhm.
So I'll just click on add cash. So before this, let me just reset this account. I'll just reset it. We'll just start a new one. I'll erase all letters. So yeah, I'll just refresh it. Okay, so you can see I've reset the account and the account balance as of now is 10 lakh Indian rupees at the top.
Okay.
So I'll add some cash in the account. Okay, this is a virtual cash. So say I'm adding 90 lakhs. Okay, I'll add cash 90 lakhs. So my account value as of now is 1 crore Indian
Well,
rupees.
yeah.
Now before this, let me just show you the settings of this app. So if you go in the settings, the three icons at the top, and you go to the settings, let's see the settings. Here you'll be able to see two options. Okay, one is a simulation, sorry, three options you can see. One is a simulation, paper trading, real-time paper trading, and real trading. The difference between the three. Okay, the first option, simulation, paper trading, is for example, even the market is open or closed, still you can manually move the prices of the stock. Okay, so it'll give you a button to manually move the price of the stock up or down, and you can see how much extra cash is generated in your account. Okay, so that is simulation paper trading. Okay, so that is the first option, which is simulation paper trading. Real-time paper trading, the second option. This also is paper trading only, but in real-time market. Okay, with using live market data. So in this, you'll get live market data, which you can see directly how it is impacting your extra cash. Okay, when the market is going on during the live market hours, you can see how much extra cash is generated in your account. Okay, so over here in this live real-time paper trading, you'll not have an option to manually move the price of the stock.
Okay.
And real trading, as you can see, okay, this is using your real cash. So whichever cash you have deposited in your account, okay, that cash and the live market. Okay, so that is a real trading. So for now, if you all have any question during the presentation, okay, please unmute yourself and you can ask the question at that point in time.
Okay.
So for now, okay, since I'm using this account now and the market is closed, okay, I'll use simulation paper trading. You can see it's on. So I'll just go back. I have 1 CR in my account, as you can see over here. Now I'll create a ladder. So these are the stocks. As Abhinav explained to you about Zomato. Okay, so let me take Zomato. Okay, so this is the stock we have on both the exchanges, NSE and BSE. You can see it over here. I'll add this stock. Now, what is a ladder? Okay, so before starting this thing, I'll just explain to you what is a ladder. So let me show it to you. Okay. So we consider this as a ladder. Okay, the same thing what Abhinav explained to you on the Excel sheet. So there was a price change. So at 50, okay, at 50, this is the price. If it goes up, we will sell 200 quantity of stock. Okay, and if it goes down, okay, and we will buy 200 quantity of stock. Okay. The price 50 is the current market price, as explained in the Excel sheet, which you consider the initial buy price.
Okay.
The last, okay, if the price of the stock keeps on increasing, okay, at one point in time, all number of shares will be sold. Okay, so that we consider as a target price. Okay, so for example, if it keeps on going up at price 100, you can see over here the price 100. If all shares are sold from the account, okay, that will be the target price. That will consider as a target price. Okay, the price at which all the shares will be sold from the account. Second thing can happen, the price of the stock can go down and it can go to zero. Okay, at the bottom. Okay, that we consider as the price, which is the minimum price where the stock can go to, which is already explained in the Excel sheet. Okay. So as you can see, at every price change, if you see now from 51 to 52, the difference between that is called a step size. In that example, 1 rupee was a step size. And similar over here, you can see the difference between two price points is called a step size. Okay. So similarly, between 50 and 49, the difference of 1 rupee, that is called a step size. Over here, you can see sell 200 quantity, sell 200 shares. Okay, in red, and buy 200 shares. That is called the order size. 200 is the order size. So these things you'll have to keep in mind while I explain to you the app. So the ladder, so we'll be creating a ladder with these price points.
Okay, got it.
So now let me create a ladder. So I've selected Zomato stock. Okay, so here it is added. I can add this stock to the watch list. There's an option over here, add to watch list. Okay. And let's see. Okay, it'll add to the watch list. I'll just assign cash. It's taking some time. Okay, I'll show that. Now assign cash. Okay. So for this stock, I'll assign 5 lakh. Okay, similar to that example, 5 lakh Indian rupees. Okay, from 1 crore, I'll assign 5 lakhs. Here you can see the price of the stock is 234.29. This is the price of the stock. I click on select mode. So here there are two options. One is a detailed option and other is the easy option. Now the difference between the two. In the detailed option, you'll be able to see all the calculation. Okay, how we created the ladder, all calculation will be, you'll be able to see all the calculation. Okay, with explaining, with the formula.
Okay.
Because that is the detailed option. Okay. In the easy option, there will not be any formulas. They'll just give an option to enter the values. So once you enter the value, okay, to create a ladder, that's the only thing you can see and you will be able to create a ladder.
Okay.
So I'll use both the options. Okay, one is detailed, another is easy. So first, I'll go with the detailed option. Click on continue. So the first thing, what we have to select is the target price. Okay, so here you can see the target price. Okay, so this is the target price, which we have to select. So the price of the stock, current price is 234.29. Okay. I think the stock can go up to 1,000. That's the target price. It cannot be now. Okay, it can be anytime. In 1 year, in 2 years, okay, or in 3 years, 4 years, anytime. Okay, I think the price of the stock might go maximum to 1,000. That's the target price. So I can manually enter the value over here, 1,000. I can either use a scroll bar to select the value, or I can manually enter the value over here, 1,000. So automatically it'll take this thing. So you can see the current price of the stock into the multiplier. Okay, will give me the target price. And that's the formula. I'll just show the formula. You can see the new formulas at the top. If I click on it, okay, it'll show me the formula. So this is the formula. Okay. So here, this is a formula. I'll just close the formula. So this is a target price, you can see. Okay, so if I move this multiplier also, okay, so I want a multiplier, I can move it. My target price will be updated automatically based on the multiplier. So its current price into multiplier will give me the target price. I'll just enter now 1000. Okay, so automatically the multiplier will be calculated. As
Okay,
explained in
recommendation
this.
parameters. If
Mhm.
you if you switch on,
Mhm.
so automatically the multiplier and target price will going to come. Am I right?
Correct. Correct. So
This is the
recommendation
default one,
parameters.
4.27 and 1000.
Correct. So if I select this recommended parameters, okay, so
Okay.
based on the system, it will automatically calculate what's the best parameter for this stock.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the recommended parameter. So now I've selected a target price.
Back ja to I didn't go back
Okay, 1 second. Go back. Yeah.
and now come again. forward.
Yes.
See,
So
now it
recommended.
has the recommended prices. I think ये एक bug है इन्होंने fix नहीं किया. Like after you change the value, suppose you change the value to 1000, नीचे 1000 कर दे 9. So now it is
It
not
is
recommended prices, but if you switch back to recommended,
not changing.
it does not change.
Not changing.
तो ये bug इनको बोला था मैंने fix करने के लिए.
Yes.
ये लिख देना Adrian. After the meeting, you just
Sure.
drop a message so that we can fix this bug.
Sure, sure. Yes, yes.
So by default,
actually,
it
this
is
is a bug.
coming at recommendation parameter along with recommendation parameter by default.
Right.
Yeah, okay. That's great. That's great.
Okay. So here you can see the minimum price is 0 shown over here. Okay. So now I'll take it to 1000 on your target price. I'll click on next step. Now the next thing, we need to have the initial buy. So here we can see over here, okay, the cash assigned is 5 lakhs. Estimated initial buy cash. Okay, this is what the system recommends.
Correct.
Estimated. Okay. Actual is, okay, how much we want to buy.
Okay.
So if you see over here, 1850 is the quantity, okay, which the system has recommended. But initially, I want to buy maybe less than this. Okay, so I want to just buy, say, 1600. So here you can see the actual initial buy cash will be updated based on the quantity.
Okay. Right now we are running into the simulation mode, correct?
Simulation.
Yes.
This is a simulation. Correct.
But in case of real time, price is going to be changed. Initial buy price will going to be changed every second.
No. No.
During ladder creation, you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
It is only when after the creation of the ladder, when you run the ladder, then you have to think about all.
Okay.
Correct.
Fine.
So when I run the ladder, I'll show you what's the simulation mode. So now this thing, the actual initial buy cash, okay, will be updated based on the buy quantity. Okay, so whatever is the buy quantity, then that will be updated. For now, you can use both the ways. You can update it in the box, okay, or you can use the scroll bar. So for now, I'll just keep it 1850, okay, for this example.
Okay.
Now I'll click on next. So over here, if you see over here, this box, we can see is like a grayish type, okay, black, you can say this box. These are the recommended parameters by the system. So how much steps has to be above, okay, steps below, okay, and what is the order size? Okay, so this is the order size. In our example, in the Excel sheet, the order size was 200 quantity. For this, in the live market, the order size is 47, recommended by the system.
Okay.
Over here, you can see the step size. In the Excel sheet, it was 1 rupee, the step size. Okay. Over here, it is 19.45, recommended by the system for this particular stock.
Okay.
So now let me show you. So if I want to update these values within the box, okay, so I can update it by the options available at the bottom. So if you see over here, okay, I can change the step size. Okay, so you can see 19.45 is the step size recommended by the system. Okay, this is 19.45. Okay, and here also you can see 19.45. Let me change it to something else. Let me put it to say 25. So I've put here 25, but the system has taken 24.85, the best possible nearest nearest value to 25. Okay, that is based on the calculation of the ladder. Okay, so the best possible nearest value to 25. Okay, based on the calculation, system calculation. Okay, and automatically the steps above will be updated. Okay, so here you can see what is 14.2. The nearest thing is. Okay, so it will be updated. So that is so we can update it. So these values the user can input either using the scroll bar, okay, or entering the values in the box.
Both options are available. Okay.
Both options are available. Okay, so you can use this thing or this thing.
Previously,
Okay.
it was, I
Okay.
think, only text box. Yeah.
No, both it was. As of now, we have both the options. So
Okay.
yes, so you can use anything. So for now, what I'll do, I'll just keep it 25. And if you want to go back to the recommended parameters, this option, just click over here. It's going back to the recommended parameters.
Okay.
So I just keep the recommended parameters as of now. Next, show ladder. So here, what you can see, this is the ladder. Okay, so this is the current price of the stock. Okay. Steps below is the price at the bottom. You can see this is the whatever prices are below this thing is called step below. Similar to the ladder which we have created step below. Okay. And step above is this, above the current price. Okay, these are the steps above.
Okay.
Okay, so over here you can see once it reaches the target price of 1,000. Okay, so this is a target price of 1,000. Okay, once it reaches a target price of 1,000, all the stocks will be sold from the account. What we are initial bought. And if you see over here, okay, if it goes down also, we take it till 0. Okay, the stock price is 0. So over here, you can see over here that everything will be will be holding stocks in the account because we keep on buying, okay, at every price point. Okay, so we'll just be holding stocks in the account. But the stock price will be 0.
Okay.
So this is the current price. This is the order size. Sorry, no, order size is 36. So you can see here 36 at all price points. Okay, so these are 36. So at every price change, there will be 36 stocks will be either bought or sold from the account.
Okay.
At the bottom, you can see over here. These are all the parameters which are selected by us. Okay, these are the parameters. Okay, you can see over here. Okay, so this is what we have selected. We can see the graphical view of this ladder. So this is a graphical view. So you can see this is the thing, how much extra cash is generated. You can see over here. At the bottom, you can see how much extra cash per stock will be generated per order. Sorry, per stock per order. So it is 268.20, okay, for every order executed. And over here, you can see all these things. These are all the things. Okay, so now I'll just save the ladder. So one thing is that we have selected a target price as 1,000. So once the stock hits the target price of 1,000, do you want to continue trading after ladders hit the target price? Okay, so that option is there. So once it reaches 1,000, okay, and if it goes above 1,000, no stocks will be sold because we don't hold stocks in the account. All stocks will be sold at 1,000. But if it comes below that, below 1,000, okay, which is a point below 1,000, then we'll buy more stocks from the stock market. Okay, so that option is there. So there are two options. Either we don't, once it reaches the target price of 1,000, we will stop the ladder. Okay, so nothing will happen going forward after that. But if you want to continue buying after it hits the target price, in that case, okay, only if it goes below the target price, stocks will be purchased. Okay, and if it goes above the target price of more than 1,000, nothing will happen to the ladder. Okay, no trading activity will take place above 1,000 ML. Okay.
Mhm.
So for now, I'll select no. Okay. Save ladder. Okay, save the ladder. So this is the ladder.
Okay.
Now this you can see all the parameters which have been selected by us. So first I'll activate the ladder. Okay, so activate all ladders. Okay. Either I can activate a ladder over here, the single ladder, or if I have multiple ladders which I have created, I can use this option at the top. Activate all the ladders. Okay, I'll click on activate all the ladders. Proceed. Okay. So you can see there's a deactivate button, means the ladder has been activated. Once I've activated the ladder, I can click on start trading.
Okay.
Okay, so I click on start trading. Okay, well, let me just refresh. Okay, there's a thing that will start. Okay, so now you can see there's an option called stop trading. There's a ladder has started trading. Okay. Now, if you see, I told you all that this is the simulation mode. Okay, so when it's a simulation mode, you'll be able to see these two buttons. Okay, you
Correct.
can see these two buttons over here. So the green button is to take the price upwards, okay, from the current market price. So current market price 234.29. So if I want to take it upside, I can click on this green button. And if I want to take it downside, okay, below the current market price, I can click on the red button. So first I click on the green button, I take the stock upwards. Okay, so currently it's 234.29. I click on the green button. So you can see at the bottom it showed price increase.
Okay.
Okay. So now the stock price you can see has gone up to 249. Okay, the stock price. If you see over here, it's 249.19. Okay, so it's increased by one step size. The step size was 14.29. Okay, so it's increased by one step size.
Okay.
Similarly, if I press the red button, it will decrease by one step size by 14.90. The price will go down by 14.90. I'll just click on it. Okay, so you can see price dropped. Okay, it's gone down. So you can come back to 234.29. So this is the thing.
Okay. So number of trades happen, you can able to see in the trade tab.
Correct. Yeah. So whatever trades have happened, you'll be able to see over here. Okay, now let's
Trades. I think history is not coming. Okay.
think so. There's some. Anyways, this is a beta version. You can see at the
Yeah.
top.
Okay.
So there can be some technical issues.
Okay. No problem.
So anyway, yeah. Okay. So over here, if I see, so
In case of
so
real
over here,
time,
this is. Mhm.
suppose we had created a ladder at the price of when the stock price is 200 rupees, suppose.
Correct.
And in meantime, instantly in the morning time, sometime it happened that a stock is immediately shift to the 5-10% up upward sides or downward
Upward
side.
side. Okay.
So like in that moment, we are creating a ladder. Okay.
Mhm.
So once we
Correct.
created the ladder on the price of, we started somewhere 200 and
Mhm.
10% hike is happened. So it is 220 at the time when we are starting the trade.
Mhm.
When we are starting the trading on the same instance, the price of a stock is 220. So are you
Correct.
handling that kind of scenarios?
So that gets taken care in the back end. Parvez.
Okay.
Backend may we have some FOMO code we have written specifically for fear of missing out.
Okay.
And basically the ladder structure does not change, but the initial order gets updated accordingly.
Okay. Okay.
मतलब
So
अगर
that.
अगर इनिशियल प्राइस 50 था, वहां पे 5,000 शेयर खरीदने थे, अब बढ़ के प्राइस 55 हो गया. So at 55 I was supposed to, let's say, have 4,000 shares. So automatically the back end will calculate कि मेरे को 4,000 शेयर चाहिए. It will buy accordingly and adjust all the parameters accordingly.
Okay. So that algorithmic changes we already implemented.
Yeah, we already.
ठीक ठीक है. Rest is all okay, I think, till now.
So over here we can see the positions. Okay. And here there is the activity. Okay. So like what all activity took place in the account, everything will be recorded over here.
Okay.
So over here, as of now, I've just created the first ladder. But over here, you can see there are levels. Okay. So over here, the explanation is given. What are the levels? Okay. So the client himself can see those options. He can see how the ladder was created and everything will be logged in over here. The entire activity.
Okay. Fine.
So this is the ladder. Okay. Now, in case, okay, I can see the price changing. Now, okay, now I've created the ladder. Okay, you can see over here, there's an option to modify the ladder. So if I click on this modify option, I'll have multiple options over here. So the first option is, now I've assigned to this ladder 5 lakh rupees. If you see over here, allocated cash is around 5 lakhs. Correct? 4,96,000, I've allocated 5 lakhs.
Okay.
If I want to, I have more cash in my account. Going forward, I have more cash in my account. Okay? Which I want to add to this ladder. So I can just click on modify, add a cash to ladder, and I can add more cash, say 5 lakhs. Okay, example is 5 lakhs. These are the previous parameter which I just selected prior to this. Okay, before adding the cash, these are the previous parameters.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so these are the previous parameters. Okay. And at the bottom, if you see, okay, these will be my new parameters.
Okay.
Okay, these are my new parameters. Okay, which will be at the bottom. So once I put a add cash of 5 lakhs, okay, I have to click on this checkbox. You can see a checkbox. And the parameters will be updated at the bottom. Okay, so these will be my new parameters for the ladder. Okay, accept changes. Okay, so changes accepted successfully. So now you can see the allocated cash is 10 lakhs over here in the account.
Okay.
Now for another example is, suppose I have more cash in this account. I want to withdraw, okay, some cash from this ladder. I want to remove some cash from this ladder. I can just click on modify, withdraw cash from ladder. Say I'm withdrawing the same amount. Okay, so the above are my previous parameters. Okay, I'm removing 5 lakhs from my account. I'm checking this box. Okay, these are my new parameters. Accept changes. Okay, so now you can see the allocated cash is 5 lakhs.
Okay.
So these are the things. The next option is I can merge two ladders. So if I have two ladders of the same stock, okay, the main criteria, the stock has to be the same stock. Okay, so I can merge both these ladders into one single ladder.
Okay.
I'll show an example of that, merge two ladders. The next is we can adjust these parameters once the ladder has been created. So I can adjust the target price. For example, I selected a target price of 1,000. Now I think, okay, going forward, the target. So here you can see target is 1,000. Going forward, I think the stock might go higher. Okay, so I want to put a target price of 1,500. Okay. So just put the target price of 1,500. Okay, can select this box and you can update the changes, accept changes. Okay, so this is an option. Okay, And similarly, it is for the step size and order size. I can update, I can modify those options. Move
Okay.
funds to ladder. If I want to move funds from one ladder to another ladder, but the only condition is the stock has to be the same in both the ladders, you can see, of the same stock. So I can
Mhm.
move. So I have two ladders of Zomato only. Okay, and I want to move certain funds from one ladder to other ladder. Okay, because the parameters might be different for both the ladders. Okay, so I want to move some funds from this one first ladder to the other ladder. I can use this option, move funds to ladder.
Okay.
And in the future, if I want to make the ladder cash empty, okay, I want to
Withdrawal
withdraw
all
all
the.
cash from, correct. If I want to withdraw all cash from the ladder, I can make it empty. This is the option.
Mhm.
And the last option is this, delete ladder. So before deleting the ladder, I have to deactivate the ladder and I can delete the ladder.
Before
Okay, so
deleting,
that
I think
option,
you make empty, ladder cache empty.
yeah, it's not necessary to make the ladder cache empty. When you deactivate the ladder, okay,
Mhm.
and when you click on delete, okay, there's an option which you give to sell any stock, okay, which is still there in the ladder. Okay, then you can sell those stocks, okay, and then you
Mhm.
can make it cash empty and you can remove withdraw. You'll have the cash in your account.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so that option is there. So this is the ladder. Okay, I'll just show another option as I said at the start of the presentation. Okay, this is Zomato. Assign cash. I just create another ladder of 5 lakhs using the easy option. Okay. Select mode, easy. This is the easy option.
Okay.
Continue. So here you can see there is no formula, nothing you can see, just to enter the values of all different parameters.
Mhm.
Okay, so this thing, I'll just put 1000 over here. Okay, or you can use a scroll bar. Okay, and you can just update these values. Check this box. Okay,
Why you are not giving here the recommendation?
recommended values.
Yeah, because
We can,
because
yeah,
we know better than the user, okay, how the ladder
correct.
works and all. So we should give here the recommendation from our side. If user want to see take the recommendation, he can take. Otherwise, he will do whatever he want.
I do agree with that. I'll
Yeah.
take this feedback. I agree with that thing. Yeah, Chetan. Yep. Yep.
This is the easy part.
Easy creation. Yeah. Easy ladder
Acha,
creation.
we forgot to add the recommended part in this section. Okay. Make a note, Adrian. We will let this.
Pratik, I lost you. I lost you. Pratik.
No, I'm saying let us make a note
Mm-hmm.
and let the team know कि हमने यहाँ भी recommended डालने हैं.
Sure, sure. I'll send a note on the DDT
DDT,
after
yeah.
the presentation.
So
Yes.
to be honest, this easy mode looks a bit more complicated than the non-automated mode. Actually, it's too much
I mean,
value putting right from users, so they
the
might feel a
point
bit
is
overwhelmed.
after the user becomes familiar with the ladder creation, na,
Yeah,
then all this easy mode is providing is one quick mechanism to do it rather than going through 3 screens.
yeah, but it for new users it becomes a bit more complicated.
It is not supposed to be for new users, na? It
Yeah,
is supposed to be for a user who has gone through the detailed mode 3-4 times
yeah.
and now understands कि भैया क्या होता है and he wants to.
Mhm.
Yeah, it
Okay.
is not
Yeah,
supposed to be for new users. Yeah,
he has the power to manipulate everything based on
right,
his usage.
right.
Okay. So once we enter the parameters, I'll just check this update box, update value box, checkbox. This will be the parameters which is selected by us. Okay, which is selected by us. I'll click on show ladder, save ladder.
I guess one sec. I think what Amit is trying to point out is what we call the
Mhm.
detailed mode is actually the beginner mode, and what we call the easy mode is actually the advanced mode.
Correct. I think so. Yeah, that he is trying to point out. I guess it
Right.
was Suraj who told that.
with
Acha,
the
Suraj
Yeah,
बोल रहा है.
Suraj.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's
Yeah,
make a
Suraj.
note of that. Let's make a note of that. Let us
Mhm.
pass that information to Shadab and see what he can do with that. ठीक है ना?
Sure. I'll make a note of that.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Suraj.
Thank you, Suraj. Yes.
चलो.
So I'll just click on save ladder. Okay. Click on no. Save the ladder. So now I have two ladders. So first I'll activate this ladder. It gives me an option to reinvest extra cash. Okay, so whatever extra cash, I can either check this box if I wish to reinvest extra cash, or I'll just click on OK. For now, I'll click on OK.
क्या error आ रहा है?
There's some
क्या error क्या आ रहा है? What is the error?
Unexpected error occurred.
Update status.
Turning.
Updating data status. Extra.
Screenshot ले सकता है क्या idiot?
Yes, one second. I'll take a
Take a
screenshot.
screenshot. Yeah.
Yeah, I've taken a screenshot.
ठीक है.
So we are facing a technical issue. That is fine. Just left this button. Since this is a beta version, okay, we might face some issue, but if it is a real version, this is a production version, we won't face any issue.
Okay.
Okay, start. Okay, so now you can see it's activated, both the ladders. Okay. I'll just do some trades. And now I just merge this ladder. Okay, both these ladders. There's some technical issue because it's a beta version. The initial buy is not taking place. Okay, otherwise this option, we can use this option to merge two ladders. Okay, once the initial buy price has taken place. Okay, so initial buy has to take place for the ladders to be merged. So this is a thing. Now over here we can see we have an option to analyze the ladders. Okay, so this is under analytics at the bottom. Okay, so once you click on analytics, okay, there's an option to analyze the ladders. So you can select any of these stocks. Okay. You are not able to see Zomato as of now over here because initial buy has not taken place. Once the initial buy takes place, you'll be able to see it in this drop down. Okay. These were the stocks which I had previously in my account. You can select any of the stock. Okay. You can select the year. Okay, and you can select the date range. So this it is, okay, till current date range. These are all the parameters, okay, which you can analyze. Okay, these are advanced analytics. So here you can see the difference between the relationship between profit and open order price, or you can see this is one of the parameter, then this is one other parameter, extra cash versus open order price. So these all parameters you can analyze the relationship between two different parameters. You can see the graph. So let us see any one thing. Okay, so I have reset the ladder. So now you're not able to see anything, but these are the options which you can see over here. Okay, we will see the graph.
That all are the analytics. Yeah. Okay.
Analytics, yes. Okay, there's an option to download also the analytics. You can see this download CSV.
Okay.
Okay. And over here, you can see all different analytics. If
तो
you
एक
want to know
लैडर
the
को रन
explanation,
कर दे. एक लैडर को
I
रन
think
कर दे. Yeah.
it's not working actually.
नहीं हो रहा. How many trades do you have for Zomato?
I've reset it, but see, it's gone. It's gone to 3. Okay, but your extra cash not generating, and the order was initial order is not going through.
अच्छा ठीक है we'll
Look into it. Yeah. Okay, and if you want to know the explanation of this parameter, any of the parameters, there's a I symbol, information symbol. Click on that, you'll be able to see what's the explanation of that. Okay, it's explained what is the use of this parameter. What's the relationship between these two parameters explained over here. So that way we give explanation of all the parameters. Okay, the relationship. Now the last thing, if you see at the bottom, okay, we have different sections. Okay, these all are the sections at the bottom. At the top, there's one option which is called a dashboard. So this is a dashboard. Okay, when you click on this arrow, you'll be able to see a dashboard, which will give the overview of the account. So no matter which section you are in, so I'm in watch list, okay, or I'm in trade, analytics, any section will be able to see the dashboard of the account. This will give the overview, what is the position value, okay, how many stocks, what's the unsold stock cost, okay, NAV, okay, number of ladders, tickers, orders, everything. Okay, this is the overview of the account. So in case, okay, you have created a ladder, okay, and in the future you just want to see the overview of your account. So you don't want to go to every section and just check the value. You want to see the overview of your account. Just click on this arrow and you'll be able to see the overview. Okay, so everything is mentioned over here. So this is a thing. Okay. In case if you this ladder, okay, you won't face any technical issue with this ladder. Okay, but in case you face something, then you can see over here. There's an option called revert to previous run. Okay, the last parameter you can see over here, the previous, which was the most successful run. Okay, you'll be able to see over here. This is just a backup we have given. In case you think there's some technical issue with the ladder, you can move back to the previous run. Okay, which will keep your ladders intact as per the last run, last successful run. Okay, so that's the option. Over here, you can see all other options over here. Okay. Apart from this all, we have, okay, so as of now, we have shown you only one strategy, which is the stressless trading method. Apart from this, we're working on other 6 more strategies, okay, which our team is working on. Okay, these strategies, okay, are based on the STM strategy, similar to STM strategy, okay, but it's little different. Okay, they all are based on STM only, but a bit different. Okay, but we are still working on this, so I'll not share more information on this. But our team is working on these all strategies, okay, which will be shown in the future. Okay. So as of now, you can see there is tick mark only in stressless trading method. Okay, so this is yeah. So this is the ladder. Okay, we have a customer support in case you have any question. Okay, you want to connect with our team, can just put your query over here, and our team will revert to you. Okay, and then we have the logout option. Before I end this presentation, you can see there's a withdraw option over here. Okay, to withdraw funds from the account. So if I click on this withdraw, there's an option. There are multiple options, 3 options. So one is without affecting the ladder, only extra cash you can withdraw from the account. So as Abhinav explained to you, the extra cash can be withdrawn from your account at any point in time. Okay, so even if you withdraw the extra cash from your account, your strategy will work without any interruption. Okay, so it will keep on generating more extra cash going forward, even if you have withdrawn the entire extra cash as on now. Okay, as of now, if you have withdrawn entire extra cash, still the strategy will work without any interruption. Okay? So one thing, you can withdraw the extra cash, okay, with affecting the ladder, like you can withdraw some amount. Okay, it's explained over here. Okay, less than the total cash available for the account can be withdrawn, and then you can exit one full stock, you can exit one entire stock, and you can withdraw the cash from that ladder. Okay, making other investments. So this is explained over here everything. Okay, so you can see. So these three options are there. Okay, to withdraw cash from your account.
Okay.
Okay. So exit one stock with effect in the ladder and only withdraw the extra cash. So, and I'll just go back. Yes. So any question you'll have till now, which you'd like to ask?
All okay, Adrian. Yeah, that is
All
all.
okay, right?
Yeah, better improvement in UI I saw in this 3-4
Mhm.
months. So UI is improved now. So that is all good. So I am curious about how it is going to be run with the real-time trading and all. So I want to also I want to see that all real-time trading. So we will also have some kind of confidence that this is going to work in that way. The one suggestion is that we need to minimize the effort from the user side to take the inputs. Okay, so why I am saying this, because nobody means we know the stock market somewhere, means we stand somewhere in the stock market, and we have some kind of trading initiated by ourselves. Okay, but most of the people don't know about most of the things. Okay, so taking a steps and all that, you explain that is all well in proper manner and all. Okay, but I am thinking कि हमने और improvement करना चाहिए कि क्या हम लोग कम कर सकते हैं और fits, because this is when I am seeing this kind of screen, I am thinking about the figure, why this figure is coming and all that. So multiple figures are coming in my mind. ठीक है, right now I am not understanding, and some figure I am understanding, some I am not getting. So when I am using this, then only I think I can able to understand the feature most better.
तो
Okay.
इसीलिए तो अपन ने दिया है ना पेपर, अपन ने ये जो सिमुलेशन मोड और रियल टाइम पेपर
Easy
ट्रेडिंग
mode
मोड
दिया
दिया
है.
है, इसीलिए दिया है कि आराम से प्रैक्टिस करो पहले।
अच्छा.
सी देखो, अगर तुमको कोई और ऑटोमेटेड ट्रेडिंग प्लेटफॉर्म यूज करना है, इट
हम्म.
कैन टेक यू 3 to 6 months टू लर्न हाउ टू यूज दैट प्लेटफॉर्म।
Correct. Correct.
यहाँ पे यू कैन डू इट, आई मीन इट कुड टेक यू मे बी 2 weeks, बट विद इन 2 weeks you can master it. So
Correct. Correct. So we had improved so much, sir. I saw the work happen here within this 4 months.
yeah.
So lots many feature added and all that happened. But I am curious about the real time trading कि कैसा काम
हाँ,
करेगा. तो वो
डाउनलोड
एक
कर लो ऐप, डाउनलोड कर लो अपने फोन पे,
yes. Correct.
set up some ladders on your phone or in your own account,
So
then
क्या
you
ये
will be able to see
कौन सा ब्रोकर इसमें इंटीग्रेटेड है अभी फिलहाल? Is
real
it
time trading के लिए। the numbers are only coming from Angel One।
okay?
ठीक है।
So Angel is only
uh,
integrated. So
नहीं
uh,
नहीं, mother brokers are also integrated, but the data is primarily coming from Angel One।
great. So Angel में ही कुछ अमाउंट डाल के can be able to start a ladder in a real time,
नहीं,
right?
रियल टाइम में you don't have to put any money, it is still paper trading।
No, I want to do the real stock trading
हाँ,
with the
वो
ladder.
रियल स्टॉक ट्रेडिंग का हमको लाइसेंस मिलना पड़ेगा, लाइसेंस मिलने के बाद ही कर सकते हैं।
Okay. So that is the thing
और
pending. Yeah, ठीक है.
तो सेबी
Yes,
रोएगा।
काफी काम हुआ है इसमें, काफी अच्छा काम हुआ है और काफी चीज मॉड्यूल्स में देख रहा हूँ एनहांस हुए. So that is good thing happened.
नहीं, लेकिन बग्स अभी भी हैं, तो बग्स रियली
Correct.
फ्रस्ट्रेट। मैं मंडे को सबको फिर से लेक्चर सुनाता हूँ एक।
Yes.
चलो,
Yeah.
अमित कैसा
Okay, any
लगा अमित?
question? Amit, yeah.
वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग सर। परवेश के सवाल मैं पूछने वाला था, हम लोग रियल ट्रेडिंग कब कर सकते हैं करके, बट वी हैव टू वेट फॉर लाइसेंस। सो एंड सर आई विल अश्योर यू कि इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर साइड से हम लोग बेस्ट कर रहेंगे यहाँ पे। आई कैन अश्योर यू ऑन
राइट,
दैट पार्ट। बट प्रोडक्ट इज एक्सीलेंट सर।
मजा आया।
एक्सेलेंट, मतलब कंप्लीट टोटल टेक की प्रोडक्ट, मतलब मुझे तो थोड़ी चीजें अभी भी समझी नहीं है. आई विल अटेंड योर अदर सेशंस आल्सो टू गेट सम अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑन इट. आई विल डाउनलोड दिस ऐप सर.
ठीक है.
Yep.
Any
ठीक है.
question they would like to ask? You're not able to understand.
No, for now I am good actually. For now I am good. Yeah.
Okay, so you can download the app from the Play Store or the App Store. Okay, just search for Dozen Diamonds Kosh and you'll be able to install and use the paper trading mode.
Yes, I have one build from the team also. So now the things are making sense actually. The screens मुझे पता है, but for sure I will take a deep dive on this. We'll do that.
Sure.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank you.
Pratik sir.
Thanks
Thank
Pratik
you,
ji. Thanks
Andrea.
everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you
Good
very
work team.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, all of you.
Thank you.